Shabbat shalom, lekulam. Peace to everyone. Welcome to another Shabbat here at Temple Kifarim. We appreciate you coming. Those that's looking back at the video right now and those that's coming in right now. If you have not yet to do so, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the channel. And if you're looking back, share the channel. It's going to be a great lesson today. And each and every week, like the channel. And each and every week, we are bringing out messages that can change lives within our community. We're always told that it's a good message, but if it's a good message, we just encourage you all to share it so others can get that same message that you're speaking of. All right, so Shabbat Shalom for those who's coming in right now. Please, if you have yet to do so, like the video already, share it. First portion of class, we go over what we're thankful for, whether it be over the course of the month, over the course of the week, or today. Share with the family. This is a day to actually come together, not only just bring the message, but come together and share what it is we are thinking so we can come together in one common goal, one common thought, as the Torah is plainly put out there for us to understand we're supposed to come together. So share what you're thankful for, share your thoughts. We will put it so everyone can read it, and we'll acknowledge you as well. And those that may watch it later, do the same thing. We'll acknowledge you as well. All right? Class is at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time each Shabbat. Second class is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we hope to see you there as well. All right? So if there's anyone here that's present today or those that's on right now, if you have anything you're thankful for, please take this time to do so. Give thanks to the Most High.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Don't be shy. You had to come closer to them. Oh, you're going to do your mic, Princess? You might have to turn your mic off.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I want to say that I'm thankful for the Most High and life on earth. All of us being able to breathe and just enjoy time together and spend quality time together. I'm thankful for the food that I eat day to day. I'm thankful for a place to lay my head. And I'm grateful for joy every day, being able to laugh and breathe and smile. And I'm grateful for strength to carry on through each day.
May the Most High be praised. Toda.
You want to share with the people who you are?
Oh, yeah, they want to know who you are.
My name is Salah.
All right. Toda for that. Toda for that.
My name is Salah.
Nice to meet you, Selah.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. Toda for that. Those that are just coming in right now, please, if you have not done so, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it, get the people ready for the lesson to come. This is the portion where we give honor and praise to the Most High. So if you want to share it in the chat, we will post it. Those that's present here, if you have something to say, give honor to the Most High. Now is the time to do so. You about to speak?
Yeah, nobody else was.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom Lekulam. Toda Rabah, Toda to the Most High for this beautiful day, for another Shabbat day, for allowing us to make it to another week, through another week, with all of our victories and triumphs and trials and tribulations. The Most High saw fit to allow us to be here to give testimony and to give glory unto Him. For everything that happens, is His will. Grateful to the Creator for my Ish, for his leadership and guidance, for just the things that he is providing for us as a community and as a nation. Grateful to my father for everything that he has provided for me throughout my life. I'm grateful for the Creator for seeing fit to bring him home from yet another stint in the hospital, and to allow him to heal and to continue to heal and allow us to be able to grow. I will say that this experience of taking care of another parent in their illness is a lot different than the first time I did it with my mom. And this time it's a lot more, I would say it's a different type of emotion, because the preparedness is different. Like, me and him actually sit and talk probably every time he goes into the hospital about his wishes and desires. And we just, kind of just have those moments where, he lets me know where he is mentally and emotionally about it. And I let him know where I am mentally and emotionally about it. But one thing I will say is it doesn't make the load lighter. Even though, I've gone through it before, it kind of makes it a little heavier. And for those who have taken care of their parents and up until their last breath, that's a lot, for a child to endure. And so for me, taking care of my dad and, just asking the Most High to continue to heal him, in some ways I know it can be selfish, but in other ways it's, just understanding that it's something that you don't necessarily want to go through, even though you have to. So, I'm thankful that the Creator chose me to be that child, to be able to be there for him. And I'm just thankful for my family, my brothers and sisters, being there in the ways that they're able to. And I'm thankful for my Beulah community, my Beulah family, for being here with me throughout this process. The constant, calls and just being there to check up on my father. Thankful for them being, willing to spend time with him and to learn the different things that are needed to take care of him, just in case I'm not here. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that assistance, because it does help. And I'm just grateful. A lot of things just going on in life, and so I'm humbled by it all. And I pray that the Most High continues to guide me, protect me, shield my heart, and gird me with the strength and the comfort for when the time does come. And to just allow me to make the decisions that my Father has entrusted me to make on his behalf of his life. So, Toda Most High for that.
And she might want to mention one of the brothers here from Beulah Land that made a tremendous sacrifice just this last week.
Yes, so likely. I want to definitely give thanks to Toda Rabah, to Bain Asante, for volunteering his time to spend the night at the hospital with my father. Being in the hospital, when you're being there to watch over somebody when they're ill, is a big responsibility. And especially for someone like my father, because security is really big for us. And also I'm thankful because it allowed me to be able to go home and rest, and get a little break, get my mind a break, my body a break, so that I could go back tomorrow and be ready to, deal with whatever needs to be dealt with. I'm also thankful that the Creator allowed Maish and Nasir get me, but he says I'm his grandmother, so I'm a grandson, and our daughter is Selah to come and arrive safely. It's been a beautiful reunion with Selah, and just me and her just doing, different things to bond and to get back on track. And yep, just thankful that she's here. So Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, may the Most High be praised. And once you're talking about Selah, if y'all been following us for a minute now, Shabbat Shalom, Abba.
Shabbat shalom, Bob.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, beloved. Shabbat shalom.
I don't know. I guess he heard us. I don't know. Can you hear us, Abba?
Kane, I can hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you.
I think your volume is down.
My volume down. Hold on.
There you go.
Say it again, something, Abba, please.
Kane, Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, we got you. Shabbat Shalom. I had turned my volume down so that she could be heard. But now, like I was saying, that one Selah sitting next to Imar, y'all remember, anybody that's been walking with us for a while, y'all been hearing me say stories about those 5 children that ran away. They ran across the lawn. Their mom coached them to leave. She was one of them. She's one of them 5 ones that ran away. It was 4 girls and 1 boy. And they left their father because they said their father had too many rules. He was too hard. So they ran away to be with their mom. And I hadn't talked to him in about 3 years. It's been about 3 years since I heard from him. And I think last week in class, I talked about how she reached out and how she called, said, come on, get me. And I went and got her. Eventually, I went and got her. My other wife picked her up first, and then I went and picked her up from there. But it hasn't slowed down since. So, I'm happy right now, right? My heart going like this right now, right? I told her the other day, there's not too many things in this life that brings me joy. And to have her reach out and to be a part like she decided to do brings me some joy. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling. May the Most High be praised. But it's a good feeling. Makes me smile. All right. So I'm going back on mute.
You said you did. I got to use your mic.
Yeah.
Oh. Shabbat shalom, everyone. I'm going to read some of the comments. Those that's just coming in, because we got a few more people that came in. Please take this time to like it. Please take this time to share. First comment is with the bear Zakaria or Mora Zakaria. I am so grateful for Abinu, Most High, and his compassion upon us. I am grateful for him allowing us to be used to his esteem. Simply grateful for everything. Then we have the bear Autumn. Says, so likely I didn't post the last one. But she says, I am extremely grateful for the protection the Most High has given myself and baby Kaz while we are here in Philly, while my husband is down in Georgia with the other portion of our family. Toda Rabbah, Abinu.
May the Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah for both of those sayings, both of those acknowledgments.
All right, so if there's anyone present here that has anything they want to give honor and praise to the Most High about, please come step forward. And those that's online right now, please share it, post it. We will read it for you.
Go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I thank the Creator for letting us be safe. He watching over us every day while we work, sleep, eat. And I thank the Creator for letting us pray over for Him every night, every morning at 2 o'clock. And I'm just thankful for that. And I thank my grandfather for taking us down to Georgia. And hopefully we get on the way back safely. And I hope my family on the land that be safe, watch over each other every day. Let the Creator be with them. And I thank the Most High for that. Total Rabbi.
Toda Rabah.
All right. I missed one above from Gaber Joel Silfili. Shabbat Shalom, family. I'm grateful. Oh, sorry about that. Shabbat Shalom, family. I'm grateful for the Most High, my family, my East, and waking up today.
May the Most High be praised. Toda Rabah.
We have Melchizedek. Adon Melchizedek. Shabbat Shalom to all that have breath. Much love.
May the Most High be praised. Melchizedek. Would you like to give thanks to the Most High for anything special this week? Just type it in a room if you decide so. We can send you a link and you can come on the screen as well. That's something new we're going to do, y'all. And I want to make this clear so everybody know. If there's anybody in the audience who wishes to appear and give their thanks or their acknowledgments or anything that they want to say to the Creator, even during our conversations, if you want to be visible, let us know. We'll put the link in the room. You can hit the link and we'll bring you on the stage. So then you can speak so everyone can see you, everyone can hear you in your own words. All right? So remember that, family. If anyone wishes to speak verbally, so everyone can see and or hear you, because you don't have to really make it so that they can see you as long as your voice is coming through. We'll switch the mic. We'll send you the link into the room, and you can click on, and you can come on the platform, and you can speak and or you can be heard and seen visibly and physically. May the Most High be praised. So anyone wants to do that, just let us know.
We got Gaber Uzziah. I am grateful for Mishpachah, Shalom, and the Most High. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else want to give honor and praise to the Most High? My Ishah. All right.
Shabbat Shalom, Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to give praise, honor, and esteem to the Most High One for life, for safety, for allowing me to rise up on this Yom Shabbat. I want to give praise and esteem to the eternal power for... Can I still be heard?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. It's probably breaking up over there.
Set up. Give praise and honor to the eternal power for allowing my parents, my hoarding, my and my aim to come together to produce me. So I want to give thanks to the Creator for my hoarding. I want to give thanks and praise for my it's loading really bad over here. I'll keep going if y'all want me to keep going.
We didn't hear that last part. You want to give thanks and praise to what?
If I can be heard. Can I be heard?
We can hear you, but the last part we didn't hear.
Give praise and honor for my Ish. Definitely grateful for him, his protection, his guidance, and his leadership. For our family. Grateful for my Beulah family. Grateful for our community. Just grateful for us being able to depend on one another, even the big things and the small things. I'm grateful for the sisterhood. I'm really grateful for a community, because community teaches you a lot about yourself, and it teaches you a lot of what you're capable of. And I'm just grateful for us being able to rely on one another. I really am. I'm grateful for us just being like one big family. And I think it was me, more Zakaria, and might have been Joelle talking about it. Like when we all go to the store together, sometimes people are just like staring at us because they're trying to figure out what's going on. But a lot of times people are smiling or just kind of staring. And I think as community, that should become normal, seeing a group of us together. But in other communities or in other ethnicities, they have a foundation, whereas we're getting back to our foundation. And I'm grateful to be able to build that, of course, with my Ish, with my Mishpachah in South Carolina, Illinois, and then with my Beulah family, because we need to be an example of family, and we need to be an example of righteous and healthy family. They don't always have to see us angry, mad, complaining, but it's beautiful when they can see us in the store together. They see the children holding our hands. They see the men working together. They see the women working together. And we will get our esteem, we'll get our respect back with community, with unity. And so I'm very, very grateful for just being able to be an example of that, because it's so needed. And I think once we see that we all need each other, I believe we'll be able to flow better. So I'm definitely grateful for everyone, for all the help, for all the assistance that we've been able to offer one another. And I'm just so grateful for life. I'm grateful for, truly grateful for it. Shalom lekulam. Sehu.
May the Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah. Toda Rabbah. Can I point something out before you go, Nasik? Look what this lady did. Every week she come up in here, Sister Hick Dahlia. She talk about Shabbat Shalom, Prince Kaz. Every week she come up in here. Look how she greet my wife. Malka Hagado, Princess Medaya. She said, Shabbat Shalom, Prince Kaz. It's all dry. At least she acknowledged me, but it's all dry. I don't even get using the acknowledges at all. She just be saying, what's that? Malka Hagado, Princess Medaya. She talk about the creator and how the creator blessed her, and thanks for sending her the invite. She don't even mention Prince Kaz, so I guess I should be grateful. Thank you, sis. May the Most High be praised. I guess I should be grateful.
All right. For those that are tuned. Oh, go ahead. You have something to say? Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, and I definitely want to give thanks to our Most High Creator for His love, His bringing us together again, and for safety throughout this week. We've had a very stormy week, and for His protection. I've been on the road all week, and it's just been crazy and dangerous. But for His protection and keeping His arms of love around us, and bringing us all back together on this Shabbat, and for the unity of our Mishpachah, and for the leadership. And I really must say that I truly give the Abba praise for the most esteemed and wonderful Prince Kez, the most awesome leader of Beulah, with his wonderful self and princess. And so
see, I don't know how to do it. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Do it again. I ain't hear you in the back.
I just appreciate the album for you all, and for my beautiful bot, and for her Isha Lasik, my Bini, and just for the love that we have as a Mishpachah. And something that my bot said really struck a chord, because when people see us and we present a unified front, they may not understand us, they may not even like us, but they have to respect us. So really do appreciate the album for unity, and for us coming together and truly being Akkad as a people, and for all that I was really doing in our lives, and that the world is taking notice and seeing it, whether they understand it or not. Just like that, what's the little curly head fella name that sang that song? He said just keep looking at us, just keep watching and seeing what the album is doing in our lives. What is that little fella name? just keep look whatever.
That's
But
understood. We don't mean that.
yeah, I can't think of the fellow name. But anyway, the point is, long as the world just keeps looking at us, they'll see the greatness that the Abba is doing in us and through us and bringing forth into this world. And again, I just give praise to you all and much love to you all. And there's just this wonderful leadership that is presented before us right now. And and Princess too.
The Most High be praised. Score one for the men. Hey, but you mentioned something that your daughter brought up, and you're right. When they see us together as a people, and you said they have to respect us, and that's so true. I think about the movie that I saw years ago, the Malcolm X movie. And they had beat up one of the brothers of Malcolm X, well, one of the Muslim brothers. And they had him in a police station and he wasn't receiving any medical treatment. The word got out to Malcolm X, who was the leader of that fraction at that time. He assembled like 50, 60, maybe even 70 men, might even been 100. And they all lined up in front of the police station. And the police captains and the police sergeants, they look out the window and they see all them people lined up behind Malcolm X. So they go out and tell Malcolm X, oh, y'all got to be dispersed. Y'all got to disperse this crowd. Get them out of here. And Malcolm X said, we ain't going to do nothing until we see our brother receive some treatment. They respect when we come in numbers and we're disciplined and we're ordered. And then Malcolm X said he agreed to have the men move. After they saw the doctor and gave the doctor to the man, Malcolm X, the Europeans, the captain and the sergeant was still standing right in front of Malcolm X with all those men lined up in uniform, in rows, in aisles, discipline and structure, standing behind Malcolm X. And when they agreed to let him move, Malcolm X go like this, all the men, attention. He goes like this, they about face. He said march, and they marched. No arrogance, no ego, no pride, no demons, no nothing. They obeyed. And to know what the first thing came out, the policeman's, that's too much power for a nigger. So you brought that to mind, Abba, which what you just said. They don't want to see us come together. So what they do is they cause little things to bring about separation to make us rise up in our arrogance and our pride. And it keeps us from developing into a perfect people that we need to be. So thank you, because you brought a great point out. I just wanted to share that. We got to take hold of our own destiny. We got to do that. They're not going to do it for us. May the Most High be praised. Total Rabah.
I was going to read something else.
Oh, go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm reading Zaquena Laurel's thank yous. She's traveling across the ocean, and so she sent this early for one of us to read. She says her prayer and testimony for today. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All honor, all praises be unto the Most High Creator, Sovereign of Yisrael. May you be highly magnified and esteemed on the earth. My journey from Maine to and from Boston to JFK was clockwork. Moving on to my destination, Antigua, was perfectly aligned. The touchdown was amazing, awesomely executed. Never experienced anything quite like that before. High vibrations. Total Most High for safety, guidance, protection, sustenance, and for all you do to enhance the lives of your children. Total Rabbi Abba Ima, you are and will forever be praised. Make a joyful noise unto the Most High. Blow the ram's horn, shofar in Zion. Let me hear it from here, Prince.
Oh, you want me to build a ramp?
Yes. Just wanted to also
So we're going to try to do that before we get the lesson going.
Okay.
We're going to try to build a horn first.
All right. And then giving thanks to Zaquena Laurel as well for she, even though she's not here physically with us, she's always checking on us and sending us care packages for the community. She's one of our elders. She is Aim Guitar's sister. So we definitely love and appreciate her and pray for her safety while she's over in Antigua. She's, yeah.
Most High be praised.
Yeah.
All right, we back.
All right, we have the Barrett. Dahlia says she has been so diligent, I do not need an invite anymore. Words cannot accurately express the example Yah has provided for me by allowing me to know her, be able to get guidance from her. Hallelujah.
May the Most High be praised. You know, it's nice when somebody can appreciate you. Not just appreciate you, but verbally put it in motion in the universe for others to acknowledge. And it means a lot. Now, we play back. Now, I'm serious about this right now. If we play back, if we had a copy of all the time she got on here and said what she said about another woman and read it all down the list, it would look like a love letter. It would look like a great appreciation of somebody who has done something to help transform her life. Every week she does this, and it's a beautiful thing. There is no, to me, from what I get, from what I see, there is no holding back or fear or pride or arrogance or ego stepping in when it comes to her saying what she says. She don't care who sees it. She ain't no coward. She say what she feel, what she say, and what she means. And she does it freely. Beautiful thing. I was just joking earlier because she ain't give me none, but it's okay. She ain't got to give me none. She does enough already. May the Most High be praised. Thank you, sis. Keep being an example for the rest of the world.
All right, we have Chief Malak, son of Chief Eleazar. Shabbat Shalom, Moreh. Shabbat Shalom, Nicole, Baruch, Elohim Adonai, or Elohim.
Shabbat Shalom, my brother. May the Most High be with you.
Yirmiyahu says Shabbat Shalom. Mishpachah, thankful to the Most High for peace of mind, portions of his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Thankful for leadership and brotherhood being manifested in its truest form. Thankful. The Most High answers prayers. Thankful for long suffering and gaining proper understanding. Shalom.
May the Most High be praised. Torah Rabbah. Was that it? I thought we had a bunch more.
Sure.
Yeah, you-
No, Zaquani Sakari said something. It's an Aim Guitar.
Yeah.
Is that something new?
He didn't read it. It was
I read it as a card.
You read Ames?
Not in.
Well, there's Ames right there.
All praises to the Most High, powerful life, a powerful living.
May the Most High be praised. Torah Rabbah. Did we do Uzziah?
I read that.
Yes? Okay. All right.
Is anyone present here that may want to give honor and praise to the Most High? All right.
Shabbat Shalom, family, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good to see everybody today. I'm thankful for a few different things this week.
You want to stay on this side?
Oh.
They hear you better.
First and foremost, I just want to be, I want to say I'm thankful to the Creator to be in His presence and then also in the presence of His people. This week, I'm thankful for one, thankful for my Abba. The Creator gave him traveling mercies, him, his daughter, his grandson, and just, them being able to travel up the road and make it here safely. I'm also thankful for my Abba here because he has poured in to me very tremendously. And he is also pulling out the best aspects of me and teaching me what it really and truly means to be the best version of myself and to give my whole self over unto the Creator. So I'm eternally grateful for him, the relationship and the bond that we are building. And I just pray to the Creator that He continues to build us closer and closer and closer. I'm thankful for Iman. Thankful for her and her being a spiritual mother, even though she may not say much, but her essence and her being, it speaks for itself. And I'm eternally grateful for that. I want to say also, I'm thankful to be able to have sat with Pop or Abba Sunni this week. As it was kind of mentioned earlier, I was asked to go and sit with him overnight. And I want to say that that was also a life-changing experience for me, because a lot of times when we have family that is going through things, you know, it's always easy for us to go sit with our own family, you know, our own blood, you know, but to be able to go sit with someone that I didn't know myself, or that I didn't really have a relationship or a bond with, but just being able to go and sit with someone in their time of need and the things that they're going through, you know, being able to lay down myself and lay down my life in a sense, what I felt, or my, you know, my energy, or staying at home, or just, you know, just being able to be there for somebody else in their trying times. You know, it definitely gave me a clearer picture of what we're here to do as Yah's people. You know, we're here to be there for one another in our times of need, you know, and for him to not, you know, I'll say this, me going and sitting with him that night, you know, even though we didn't really have a relationship before then, it sparked something between me and him. You know, we hear all the time about people that's been there with you along the way, and then they, you know, of course, you know, they feel that urge and that need to go and sit with you when you are going through things. But just to have somebody there to sit with you and be with you that you don't know, that you don't have a real relationship with, you know, it says a lot. And it is really, the Creator's teaching me what it means to be a servant, to serve his people. You know what I mean? Even when we are, you know, serving others that we may feel like walks a different walk than us, or may not see things the way that we see it, but just being able to still be there for another being, another soul, another person in their essence, you know, is teaching me what it truly means to be a servant of the Creator and then a servant of his people. So I'm grateful for that. I want to also let me back on what my brother Yahoo said when it comes to brotherhood. And I'm thankful for Nasik Shama. I'm thankful for Yahoo. You know, the brotherhood here at Beulah Land is tremendous. And what makes it tremendous is not the simple fact that, you know, we got brothers here, but it's just the spirit of humility. That's us being able to have conversations, have disagreements, but still come to a common ground. And as Abba said, not allowing our ego and our pride and different things that we feel internally to overtake the conversation. Everybody's respectful to one another. Everybody's giving each other a chance to speak their piece, you know, but it's a beautiful thing to see, because we don't see a lot of that in today's time. So, you know, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for y'all. I know we don't say it a lot, but I love y'all. I love everybody that's here. You know what I mean? I'm thankful just to be able to see and feel a lighter spirit. You know, the past weeks has been a very, very heavy spirit upon us as a community. We've all been going through different things. We've all been experiencing different traumatic situations, going through different transformations as people. But today I say I feel a lighter spirit. You know, I feel spirits being lifted up, you know, uplifted, you know what I'm saying? Or lifted, let me say how I say it. Lifted up correctly by my side. You know, so I'm thankful for that. Thankful for my Ishi, you know. I'm thankful for her for being with me along my path and my journey of seeking and searching after the Creator, even when you didn't understand why I was doing what I was doing, why I was walking the way that I was walking. You know, I'm grateful for you to just be here and still be trying. I'm grateful for that. What else? I'm just grateful to be here, be alive, you know, still have activity over my limbs, still being able to just give praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. Thankful for all my shortcomings. I'm thankful for all of my struggles, my pains. I'm thankful for the joy. I'm thankful for it all, because it's all of it that has created me and is molding me into who I am today. So with that, I say, Zehu, I'm thankful for the community of Beulah Land. You know, there's a very, very powerful essence here, and the Creator wants to use us for a very great work. So I'm thankful just to be able to be a part of it, that he brought me here. And I pray that I continue to grow in the ways that the Creator sees fit for me to be a part of this nation.
May the Most High be praised. Total Rabah. Total Rabah. Dawid, did you want to say something? You want to come up here?
I'm thankful for being alive.
I'm thankful for being alive.
Mhm.
May the Most High be praised. Total Rabah. All right.
All right. We have a few more people that left some comments. But before I read it, if you have yet to do so, please like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Press the reminder button so you know when videos are being posted or we're going live on the other days. And share if you haven't. That's the way that the message gets out. That's the way that lives are able to be changed for hearing messages that they're not used to, because it's a common message that's being taught in a lot of our lives today, which is one of the main reasons we're failing, because we're regurgitating these teachings that's not shifting and changing. So please share the message that can shift and change and bring you closer to the Most High. All right, I'm going to read these last two comments. Zakena Opal says, Shabbat Shalom, family. Thank the Most High for blessing me with you, family. I learned a lot in this new way of life. And I'm thankful to be with you, family. Love you all. All right. You want to comment? You want to go to the next?
May the Most High be praised.
We got Chief Malak, son of Chief Eleazar. Thankful to the Most High for opening my Abba eyes for his laws and ways of the Most High. Thankful to the Most High for keeping me in his way. Baruch Elohim.
May the Most High be praised. Total Rabah.
And he basically said Baruch Elohim Adonai after that as well. We have Ann Kutel says, Hallelujah Adazante, for your humility, willingness to serve your people.
May the Most High be praised. It's something special when you got somebody willing to serve the people of the Almighty. It's a special thing. Yes? Huh? Go ahead. Just do your thing.
Shabbat Shalom. I also wanted to just give thanks to the Creator for allowing my husband and I to sit with my Abba the other night. As you all know, my Abba, he walks a different path. He's Muslim. And so his Imam came the other night. And one thing that stood out to me with the Imam coming, he brought his sons with him. And the way that the way that they were very active. You could tell they were, eager to be there, to just be there and listen. And one thing that I've never witnessed before, I was able to sit there while my father gave the Imam recorded his last rites. So in Islam, when you are at an age or, at a point in your life when you may pass at different times, you're not sure, then you start to think about what you want for your finals. And so your Imam comes and addresses it, records it. And so it was very, I won't even say emotional. It just really kind of stood out to me that that's something that we should be truly preparing ourselves to be able to sit and know what you want in your last days, and know how you want it done and who you want it done for. And it also made me realize it's just another form of respect people have for my Abba, to see him come, travel on his way home. He had another 3 hours to travel, but he came, and it was kind of late and it was storming that night. And he came anyway and sat with my father and showed him some things. And then before he left, he had his sons come and greet my father and do some prayers with him. And it was just beautiful to see it and to see how they honored him. And I know in our way of life, we don't see that a lot. And I think when we have community living, that's something that's so important to be able to be a part of, and to be able to witness. Just as important as weddings are, it's just the same as important of being a part of someone's final destination in their life, whether it be 5 years from now or a year or whatever. But it's so important for those lessons and for the youth to be a part of it. So I just wanted to acknowledge that, and just give thanks to the Creator for, even through this time, even when the emotions are there, my Ish being there for me to be able to lean on him, and not, just get too crazy in my emotions about it. So Toda.
May the Most High be praised. Yeah, it was, although they were coming from a different walk of life, different aspect, it was very inspiring to see what they were doing and how they were doing what they were doing. It was very inspiring. And I did not know that they had that type of respect for a father. That I didn't know, but I know now. So may the Most High be praised. Yes. Yeah, you come on up. May the Most High be praised for the blessings of life, the blessings of understanding that He shared with us. Toda Rabah.
Shabbat Shalom again. It's one more thing that I wanted to say, one more person that I wanted to say that I'm extremely grateful for at this present moment, and that is, brother or Nasik Rashi Shama. I'm thankful for you because it has always, and my Ishi can attest to this, it has always been my strongest desire to learn the Hebrew language. And I have been, before I even came to Beulah Land, I was learning and trying to learn on my own, because in this walk of life, when I came into this knowledge, you go, and if you come through like a camp or anything of that nature, that a lot of times, they teach us that we're Hebrew Israelites, but we don't really, a lot of them don't speak Hebrew, and the most that you'll get is like a shalom or shalom, or, those things. And I always would be asking the leaders, like, when will we really get serious about learning the Hebrew language? When will we really get serious about just speaking in our native tongue? And from the time, that I've met Nasik, he's been planting these seeds of Hebrew, inside of me. And I'm just thankful to the Creator for your dedication, the things that you have been focusing on and doing before any of us even came together, just being dedicated and knowing what the Creator has given you to do, to understand, what your path is for the nation, and I'm grateful for that. And I wanted to, speak that before the Most High and before the people, because like I said, for us to be Hebrew Israelites, we don't really give our flowers to those that is taking the time and dedicating their life to teaching us our native tongue, to teaching us our language and how we can speak in our language, because we understand that, language is power. And the more we speak in our native tongue, the more powerful our words will be, And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for your spirit, your essence, your dedication, and, just how much you but you bring just a balance to it as a whole. And us learning the Hebrew language plays a part in that balance. We can't be who we are if we're not learning and speaking our language, And so I'm grateful for that. I want you to know that I take it very seriously, wholeheartedly. Everything that you're doing is not in vain. It's for the nation. Continue to do that, and continue to teach us, continue to be patient with us as we are learning, But I'm grateful for you, and I want to speak that out as well before the Most High and the people.
May the Most High be praised. And I can concur that too, man. I can concur that in sincerity, because I'm sorry. Did you want to come on up? No, we don't get this opportunity too often. Come on. Oh, you coming to thank the Creator or what? Oh, you ain't want to thank the Creator? You come thank the Creator. We ain't gonna stop you. We ain't gonna get in your way. Come on. This opportunity come up, we ain't gonna miss this one. No. Right here. Got you right here.
Shabbat Shalom, family. Once again, I am thankful for waking up today. I'm thankful for my Ish, my Bula family, my sisters, and just for the Most High, His grace, His wisdom, and His understanding.
May the Most High be praised. Shabbat Shalom. That's Azante's Isha right there. So we have to take advantage of that opportunity. Oh, man, I'm thankful. I'm glad I was here on the day she decided to do it. But I would like to also say that since Nasik has been pushing this Hebrew on us, and I say pushing because there'd be a lot of times when we'd be off somewhere else doing something else, and he'd be like, yo, Hebrew class, ain't nobody showing up. What's up? Y'all gotta come on. So he pushes us, but that's what it's like, sometimes when you're dealing with a people, you gotta motivate them in a way, and he motivates us in his way. But my point is, since he's been pushing us, assisting us, teaching us the Hebrew language, I have noticed a lot more Hebrew being used and a lot more of us speaking Hebrew freely as opposed to people speaking and not understanding and knowing what they're talking about. So he comes to the community and he teaches, he brings his gifts, he brings his talents, but it's all going to pay off in the near future, years to come, when we're walking around speaking it fluently. So that's what it's about. Everybody get in, fit in, do their thing, and then we all come together. Everything that we learn, we bring all our sources, energy together, and we bring about something great. So may the Most High be praised. Total Rabbah. People I didn't even know knew Hebrew, be speaking Hebrew. I'd be like, yo, when you learn that? I just leave it alone, keep my head up and keep it moving. All right. Anyone else? Let me be quiet.
All right, so I don't see anyone else in the chat. If you have anything you want to say, please take this time because the lesson is about to be brought forth through Prince. So I hope you all get your notes, your pens, and papers, because I'm sure it's going to be something powerful. I'll go ahead and give my honor and praise. First, I want to give honor and praise to the Most High. As my Ishaq said, for my parents, my aunt, and my dad, although they're not in this walk or this culture that we identify as, that we know ourselves to be, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be able to do the things or learn the things that I know now and or teach. So I'm grateful for that, for them, for the Most High using them to put me in this path. I'm grateful for my Isha. We're trying to do a lot, and I pray that the Most High sees it through. Only His will, though. If there's some things that we want to do that's not His will, then please remove it. One of the things, a lot of things we want to do, but a lot of times we miss making sure that we ask that it's of the Most High's will and sincerely say it, not just to say it, because a lot of times we just say stuff because it sounds good, but we want to be sincere. Before we could be sincere before the people, we got to be sincere to the Most High for it to come through. So I'm grateful for that understanding. I'm grateful for those that came before me, your princes, Prince Kez, my chief elder, Morris Shalim, who always speaks on shortening your learning curve. And we had that conversation yesterday. Grateful for Chief Prince Zebulon Belewedeke, a historian of historians within our community, writing 15 plus books. And, standing on these gentlemen's shoulders is a lot. And I pray that those like Dawood and our children that we have present do the same that we're doing, and they stand on our shoulders and they do better than us. So the goal is for them, as you brought out with the Hebrew, to get them to speak fluent so we can produce a lot of children in Beulah in the future. And people be like, man, these so-called black people raised in America, and they're speaking this. So they can actually say that. I'm grateful for the things that that Don Azante said. He actually said something else yesterday I won't get into. It was just something that I didn't hear often, and I was thankful for hearing it, because sometimes as teachers or leaders, and I've heard Prince say this before, I've heard pastors say this. My father's a pastor in the Christian community, and he said it. Like sometimes you don't feel like you're appreciated, but it's not about being appreciated, but at the same time, as you always say, we're human. Your goal and focus should be to the Most High. And the Most High wants us as a people to build amongst each other and to serve Him. But sometimes you have that feeling like, man, are you appreciated? And Zante brought something out yesterday to me, and it really it helped, it hit, But as teachers and leaders, you got to do it regardless. You have to. You're not moving based on other people. We see that throughout our literature often, trying to please the people. We don't supposed to please the people. We're supposed to protect the people. We're supposed to serve the people, but we don't supposed to please the people. Eli did that with his sons, and you saw what happened to him. Deuteronomy chapter 1 talks about that as well. So, we just got to keep pushing those that's listening, those that's learning from us, myself included. I'm still learning. We got to continue to do it. So I'm grateful just for those words that you gave yesterday and the words you gave today. And another thing, just to comment, because I don't really comment on a lot of stuff that's said about me. The Hebrew is very important, you all, and I'm going to take advantage of speak on that right now. The way that we're going to literally learn it is not doing what we have been doing now and the years prior, and that's just saying the words that we know. We got to push the limit. Everything, the things that you love the most, you normally push the limit. Those that like to work out, lose weight, you push the limit. Those that want to be successful or are successful, they push the limit. They did what other people didn't do. So in order for us to speak Hebrew the way that we're wanting to, we have to do what those before us did not do. Stand on their shoulders, be thankful for what they taught us, but we have to do. So you have to walk daily. Me and Prince got here today. I'm sitting there still studying. I carry a book with me. I create sentences all day. Every word that you learn, you want to create sentences. You want to push your brain. So I just wanted to speak on that a little bit. And I'm just thankful for the Bueller family, as Maisha said earlier. And as Yirmiyahu, Adon Yirmiyahu, and Adon Azante was saying, it's going to be nicks in the road. There's going to be differences, but the success part of it is overcoming it, doing the things necessary to overcome it. So that's the goal. And we speak like that often because there's been many communities before us and many communities that has failed before us. We don't want to fail. And if you're true about this word, true about the Tanakh, then the goal is not to fail in the community. So we have to do any and everything righteously to succeed. And as Prince talked about ego and arrogance, we have to do that. Every last person, from the youth to the elders, every last person, from those that are not teachers to the teachers, everyone who are not leaders to the leaders, in order to succeed, we got to let it go. Have pride in your people, but don't be arrogant. And with that, I yield. Toda.
May the Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah. All right. Giving all honor and praise unto the Most High, King of all creation, asking that He will guide my mind, my spirit, my body, my language, and my speech as I approach unto you, His people. I thank the Creator for the one we call Abba, having a safe journey to North Carolina, wherever he was at, North Carolina, making it back safely to South Carolina last week. May the Creator continue to bless him and be with him, giving him the willingness to come in and to be a part of what we do every week. I'm grateful. His input adds that extra twist to it. It gives that extra strength and flavor to it, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I also thank the Most High for allowing my Yeladim, well, actually, my Yauda, Selah, to pick up that phone and make that phone call and reach out to her father. She understood some things that a lot of other ones, a lot of her other brothers and sisters or siblings did not. But since she's done what she's done, now I see them trying to come in and coming around and leaning in off of her little lead. But it's okay. It ain't no problem. They could do it. They're probably watching now, home watching the video, probably watching us right now live in the background, don't want to say nothing. But if you're there, you can speak up. It ain't no problem. May the Most High be praised. We just grateful. I thank the Creator for allowing us to make it down here on a 15-hour journey on a highway with 2 children. But it was nice. You know, we had a nice time. We enjoyed ourselves and we made it safely. And that's what's most important. The Creator blessed us in that essence. Is there anything else that I really am super thankful for? Yes. We've made some milestones in the development of the land since I've been here. We got the foundation dug for a building that we're putting up. We got a couple other things dug and set out and put in motion so that next time I come back, I'll bring my tools and we'll start laying the foundation for the building to go up. So it's a blessing. Now this building that we're building is a laundry room. It's a kitchen. It's going to have 2 bathrooms in it. There's going to be a lounge area. But the important thing about this room is it's going to be a room of where we put food and store items that people may need so that when someone is out of money, they can go in there and pick them up some things and take what they need and go home and eat and be satisfied until they get their money or they get their resources back. The only thing we ask is that after you get what you need for you, that when you do get your resources right, you put back for somebody else to receive what they need as a blessing as well. That way we keep providing for ourselves. And the only people who have access to that room is people who know the code. If you don't know the code, you can't get in the room. So that means you don't live in our community, you ain't got no business in that room. Or if you don't know Hebrew, you can't get in that room. So we're going to set the code up. So you got to know Hebrew. So you got to go to Nasik to learn your Hebrew. And then once you get all that down packed, you'll have the code to the room. You can go and come as you choose. We will have cameras in the room, though. We will have cameras in there watching. Yes, we will. But the whole ideal is we have to provide a way for our own people. Everybody's not wealthy. Everybody ain't even just got a lot of money coming in. But yet at the same time, when you're living in the community is responsible for the community. So every time somebody goes shopping, we already got this practice in place. When you go shopping, buy a little extra for the community house and just leave it there. So people ain't got no water. You go in there, you get a little water. I'm just thankful to the Creator for even putting those type of thoughts in our spirit to allow us to develop something like that. Because a lot of people, they don't care about the next door neighbor, the one right across the road from them. They don't care, but we do here. And we have to keep that alive. All right? So that's my acknowledgments to the Most High King. And I pray that he continues to be with us, continue to bless us, strengthen us, and protect us. We're going to get started, y'all. Yes.
I do want to say one last thing, and I slipped because I normally do say it every week. I want to give thanks and honor to Mattathias, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even have his daughter. So, Toda. I normally do it every week. I missed this week, so luckily.
Hey, who's that brother right there, Raya? Mission Wake Up.
Don't Raya, it's not just about talking about who we are. It's about being that light and example to the people. Shabbat Shalom. Praise the Most High.
The community house. That's right.
I think we have Sakari too?
Yeah, I did her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Select.
All right. Any other questions or comments, family, before we get started? Because we get ready to get started. Okay, you can say that though, babe. I'll shut the mic down so you can say it.
Shalom, everybody. We had 19 people watching and only 11 likes. So if you can, go and like the page, share it, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get notifications for upcoming classes. All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Praise, being the Most High be praised. Total Rabbah. All right, family. We gonna get started, y'all. It's gonna be an exciting day. We're gonna try something new. Today's class, we're gonna do something different, very different from what we've ever seen done before. At least that's what I believe. But who am I? Y'all know I don't really mean that though, right? But we're gonna try. I know. I mean, Nasik was talking about letting go the arrogance and the pride and the ego, so I figured I'll just throw something out there. Who am I? Y'all with me? Stop acting like y'all bored. Come on, let's get this thing going, y'all. We're gonna start something today. And we're gonna do something, as far as I know, has never been done in Israel before. This method that we're gonna utilize to teach today. This method of teaching, what I did was I went through the scriptures and I pulled up the word woman all over the scriptures. I pull up the word woman throughout the scriptures in various places. And I took different, copied and pasted the scripture. Some of the stories I'm familiar with, some of them I'm not. So I copied and pasted the stories to create a profile of a righteous woman, of what a woman should do, what a woman should avoid doing, how she should approach the Creator, the type of attitude and type of spirit that a woman should possess. This is all about bringing about greatness in the mind of a woman, building up her confidence so that she can walk in her femininity with full force and power. Do y'all understand that? A woman in her femininity with full force and power, there is nothing that can be held back from her. I don't care what she looks like. She can look like she got hit in the head with a brick. If she's walking in her femininity with her full force and power, there is nothing that can be held back from her. She will get whatever she needs and desires in righteousness. Y'all understand that? So we're going to deal with this here story a little bit different, and we're gonna call it elevation from girl to woman. You know that's a process, right? You start off as a female, then you go into girlhood, young girls. Then they go into their teenage years, they're still considered young girls. Then they go into their young adulthood when they're really splurging out there and experimenting and keeping secrets and all that type stuff, you know? And then they become females, and that female, we would like to call her a woman, but every female ain't a woman. And that's something that we need to learn today. Just because she's a female, don't mean she's a woman. Don't mean she's a lady. It only means she's female. And a lot of females today might be 30 and 40 years old, might even be 25 years old, but don't know what it means to be a woman. And then they really don't know what it means to be a lady. So we talked about the brothers last week, you know, the fatherhood thing, and we dealt with the core of that matter. It was a very good class, if I may say so. It was done very well. I mean, you know, from the responses that we got, it was a lot of participation, a lot of understanding. But a lot of people try to say, well, what about the women? The women, well, it's the women's turn this week. But we twist it up because we beat down on the men, on the males. We beat the males down, stomped them in their head and everything. But with the women, this ain't no beat down. You ain't gonna we gonna be gentle with y'all. We understand y'all feminine, y'all women, and we ain't gonna beat y'all down. This ain't no beat down. This is an elevation of raising you up, sharing with you and teaching you things about you that you may not know, that you may not be aware of, how to conduct yourself, how to treat yourself. Last week and this week after the 4 o'clock class, we're going to talk a little bit about the women. We got to finish up our class from last week because we stopped on verse 16, something like that. So we got to pick up from the last week class, and that was talking about women becoming ladylike. Do you understand what I mean to you? The elegance of a woman with heels, fingernails painted with the paint that don't cause harm to your body, the earrings and the body jewelry, the sweet smell and the fragrance, the soaking of her body in oils for weeks and weeks and months and years, just to change the natural aroma of her body into a sweet smelling, beautiful flower-like fragrance. Because that's the difference between ladies, women, and females. That's the difference. They're elegant. They don't walk around with boxing shorts on, boxing pants. They're elegant. They're classy. And they got a lot going on for themselves. And when a woman walks in the room, all the men pay attention. When a woman walks in the room, all the females pay attention. You know why? Because everybody respects a woman without her even opening her mouth. You never even got to open your mouth. If you standing in your femininity as a woman and you know your strength, your mere presence alone will command respect. Do you know it could be a whole lot of guys on the corner, thugs, drug dealers, standing out in the corners. But if a woman walks past and she's fully in her femininity, nobody won't disrespect her. You know that? Nobody disrespect her. Everybody might say something to her, but what they say will be words of accomplishment, upliftment, and improvement. Hello, beautiful. Hey, queen. But ain't nobody gonna come off, with that other language. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When they see a girl walking past that with these tight jeans and belly buttons showing, stomachs raised up, her shirt raised up over her stomach with a little piercing, and she got them tight jeans holding her cakes like that. When she walking, her cakes just dropping, and men standing on the corner see that. What you think gonna come out their mouth? What you think is in their mind? When a man see a woman walk past, honestly, he's thinking of elevation. He's in his mind, he's thinking of elevation. And that's why he's not disrespectful. When a man see a female walk past that's dressed like that, with the eyelashes, the joints like, the eyelashes, them joints be like 2 inches off their face. And then they got the weave in their head with the glue. So when they take the glue out, when they take the weave out, they got to go and do some special stuff to get the glue out. You know what I'm talking about? Them females. We ain't talking about no females. We talking about women. And when a woman walks past, guess what she has? Her natural hair. I don't care how short it is. It's hers. She ain't got no horse on her head. She ain't got, shut up. She ain't got no synthetic. She got all natural. All natural. And it means something. See, that's a woman. She in her confidence. She know who she is. She's confident. She's walking in her femininity. And ain't nothing like it. I'm going to tell you, ain't nothing like it. So, Prince, you're always getting yourself in trouble. I'm going to stop getting myself in trouble and I'm going to move forward. Okay? May the creator of all creation be with us, his children, who are striving to serve him to the best of our ability. All right, I got something I want to play real quick to start this class with the right flavor. Can y'all still see the screen? All right, here we go. How come I can't hear nothing? Yeah. Y'all don't see that? All right, give me 1 second, please. Because I can't hear anything either. Oh,
You're just a waste of time. You're literally worthless. I told you I've been.
All right, let me get this back here first.
When you acted like you understood.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna do it in a second. All right, we just want to break the ice and give us something to think about while we're getting started, okay? So here we go. Let's watch this, family, and tell me what you think after it's over. Just let these words meditate in your spirit as you're listening, okay? Let these words meditate in your spirit. Here we go.
And babe, can you get extra water for the trip?
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, I got you.
Why's my music not playing?
Can y'all hear that?
All right, we got water. We're gassed up. Let's do this.
You can just take me home. I'm not going on this trip.
What happened now?
4 years of my life wasted. You were just a waste of time. You're literally worthless. I told you I've been lied to and you acted like you understood. You got caught. That's why you're quiet, because you got caught. Who is Morgan? You got a girl's name in your Bluetooth, so obviously Morgan was in this car. Go ahead, talk. I'm really curious how you're going to explain this one.
This is a rental car. So I'm assuming Morgan is the last person you drove.
Oh my God, it's almost 5 o'clock. We should probably get going because we're probably going to get stuck in traffic. Do you want a massage? And babe, can you get extra water for the trip?
Did you see that?
Why's my music not playing?
You see what just happened? Did we see what just happened? Now, I'm going to point out some things about this, and then we're going to go into the lesson, because we ain't got no females like that around here. No females like that around here. She looked into, he got out the car. She wanted to play some music, so she deals with a lot of females do. Not women, but females, because women don't care less, but females. She went and searched what he was doing on the radio through the Bluetooth, because she wanted to listen to something, right? So she spends time to search through his stuff to see who she can find, looking for something to start a fight about. She sees the name Morgan on the screen. And then she erases it, moves it. He comes back, gets in the car, and she talks about, take me home. I've been with you for 4 years. It's been a waste of time, accusing him of cheating with somebody named Morgan, because obviously she must have been in the car, because her name was on the Bluetooth, Morgan's phone. You know how it is with your car. Whoever was the last one hooked up to the Bluetooth, their name shows up on the, yeah. So she accused him of cheating. He turns around and says, this is a rental car. And instead of apologizing, that's the key I wanted to bring out in this. Instead of apologizing, she went on to another subject. And what she did was, let's hurry up and get home, and you want a massage? She thought about what she could do to make him happy. Why couldn't she be in that state of mind from the beginning? Why couldn't she already be in a state of mind of trying to do what she can do to make her man happy? Why couldn't she already be there? Why did she have to assume she saw something and create a whole problem? And then when she was proven wrong, it was too high of her or too low for her to humble herself and apologize for making a mistake. Remember, family, the first thing that I wanted to bring out in all this is humility. Because a real woman walks in humility. A real woman, once she recognizes that what she did was wrong or she made a mistake, she ain't got no problem apologizing. A real woman. But a virtuous woman is already in that state of mind. A virtuous woman is already in the state of mind of doing all the things that she can to please her husband. Always. Now, y'all might have heard me speak a couple of weeks ago when I had the opportunity to talk, and at that time we had a sister on the line, Sister Saadia. Sister Saadia was on the line, and y'all may have heard me speak a long time ago when we first met her, I believe. And one of the teachings was she's single. And if you're a single woman, always act as if you're married. Always conduct yourself as if you're married. Therefore, when you walk with that spirit of a married woman, not only do you attract marriage to yourself, but you attract the right type of attention from individuals. If you're walking around like you're single, wearing whatever you want, exposing your flesh to the world, you know, wearing whatever you want on your heads and going in all those different places that a woman would never even be found in, but because you're single, you like to mingle, you think it's okay. But if you really want a husband as a female, if you really want a husband and you're single, act like you already got a husband. Conduct yourself as such. Keep your body concealed. Keep your spirit humble. Keep your mind in the right place. And you will get the husband that's worthy of a woman of such caliber. A lot of females who say they want a husband, but they live in their lives as if they don't want a husband. And part of that is because a lot of females want to be married, but a lot of females don't want to be a wife. And that's the difference. We got to keep that in mind. We got to keep that in mind. If you're a female and you're listening, if you're a woman and you're listening, if you're a lady and you're listening, and you're still here, we're about to travel into some places. And I'm sure that through these lessons, you can learn a whole lot of information. Even if you're walking at the top of your game right now, through these lessons today, it will raise your game up 5 or 6 notches. Things that you hadn't even thought about. Coming from the mind of a man. You follow me? Who best knows what a man wants than a man? You understand what I'm saying? You can pretend like you think you know, and you can go through life acting like you know what a man wants by wearing your weaves, your makeups, and your false buttocks. What's those things called that they get them shots? Botox? Botox? Yeah, the hips, the body. You can see the girls walking around with the big butts. I mean, you look like she's pregnant 6 months in her butt. Each cheek is 6 months. BBLs, there they go, BBLs. Men don't want that. Males like that. Men don't want that. Men want you natural. Men want you raw. Males like that type ghetto stuff. Males. And there is a difference because you attract males the way that you present yourself. And if you present yourself in an artificial manner, that's what you're going to get, a male. Men, anybody of quality, is not attracted to that mess. So if you want an enduring marriage with a powerful man, then you have to get rid of all that stuff because it's no good for you. Okay? You want to say something? You want to turn your mic on because they can't hear you. Okay, you can speak loud. Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, there's a couple of women who are coming out now who've had the videos, who had to go get it removed because it was making them so sick they were near their death. And a lot of them are realizing like they did all of that, and it caused so many different deformities in their body because when you put in, I think they use all type of different chemicals, of course, to do that. So you don't even know, what it may do to the other parts of your body because it's definitely going to travel in your blood. But when you said it's not good for you, that brought that to mind.
That's right, because it's not good for you. A lot of people get breast implants. They augment their breast to try to give the appearance as if their breast is huger, larger than they are, and they're not. Artificial augmentation. And that's another thing. I don't know why people think all men just like big breasts. All men don't like big. Who wants a breast that you got to hold up with two hands? And I've seen females, and I can't say these females had their breasts augmented because I don't know. I didn't check. One I know for sure because I've seen it, and the other one I don't in real life. The other one I've seen, I don't. They look natural, but her breast. Can y'all see this? This was one breast, and this was another breast, and her breast was like that big. I mean, her breast had to weigh at least 75 pounds apiece. But that's natural. If it's natural, it's okay. Let it be that way. I'm not complaining. But if it's augmented, and if you did it in any kind of way artificially, then that's you searching for the wrong attention. All right. But we're gonna get into this lesson because this lesson is vitally important, and we're gonna use scriptures to bring it all about. The first scripture I wanted to use, and we might not even get to all of my scriptures that I have prepared, because we got some videos to watch, a little bit of videos, a few minutes, and then I got a whole chapter that I want to touch on. So I'm going to touch on some of these things, and then I'm going to go down to my chapter, and I'm going to read the chapter. But we got to be done by 2 o'clock. Keep all this in mind, family, that this is not to belittle you at all. And I'm going to do very little belittling once the lesson starts. This is really to raise up the women, to give them another way of looking at life and how they conduct themselves, their attitude, their behavior, and things that they need to do to enhance themselves in their femininity. Okay? Y'all ready? Genesis 24:5. The servant said unto him, perhaps the woman may not be willing to follow me to this land. Must I then take your son back to the land from which you came? And Abraham says to him, but if the woman, and I want to say to you all, but if the woman is not willing to follow you, if the woman is not, y'all listening? If the woman is not willing to follow you, then you will be free from the oath of mine that he made with Abraham if the girl decided not to go with him. Only you must not take my son back there. Y'all understand what's going on so far? Somebody want to tell me what's going on? Somebody share with me what they get out of that scripture. And that's only a little bit. Somebody share with me what you get out of that scripture. Come on up. Come on, make your voice heard so the family can hear you loud and clear. What you get out of that little bit that we just read?
If the woman did not want to go with Abraham's son, then Abraham's son was also not to go and chase after her, to go after her, to that land.
Right.
So he was to leave her where she is, pretty much, in a nutshell.
So ladies, he's absolutely right. Ladies, if a man is chasing you, then he's not much of a catch. Do y'all follow what I'm saying to you? If a man is actively, after you said to him, no, I don't want to participate, I don't want to be a part of your marriage, I don't want to court you, I don't want to do nothing, then it's obvious, more than likely, he keeps coming back. He keeps coming back. He might come once or twice. After that, if he keeps coming back, there's something wrong. Ladies, if you got a man in your life that just keep coming, after you've already explained to him, no, call the cops on him. Because he got a problem. He ain't a man, he's a male. And something negative or evil could be in store for you. It says never go back to chase a female. If you offer an opportunity and she rejects your advancements, move on. So sisters, pay attention. If you're trying to become the best version of yourself and a man approaches you and you check him out, you interview him, you say, no, I'm not interested. And he keeps coming back. You may have to get somebody else involved to handle that man so he'll leave you alone. You don't want to get yourself coming out with your mouth being nasty, being disrespectful, and feel like you got to protect and defend yourself. Let that be the responsibility of another man. Because if you are approached by this man and he says something to you and you say something to him out of your mouth, that man could really haul off and break your jaw, knock you out, or kill you at one punch. And I don't want you thinking, females, that you can go toe to toe with a man. I don't care what you studied and how long you studied it. Please don't put yourself in that position. There's a lot of women today, a lot of females today, especially our females, who ain't got no problem standing out in the street toe to toe with a man. No problem. And that's not something that should be done. Women are elegant. Women should never be hostile in a situation with a man. Never. That should never happen. So if you reject his advancements and he's persistent, you reject it again and he's furtherly persistent, then involve somebody in that situation that's mad, that's a man or that's masculine that can handle this situation. But you yourself as a woman, don't try to defend it for yourself because it can go ugly. And it may go ugly if another man get involved, but at least you preserve yourself and let a man, because a man can handle himself against another man. He should be able to. All right? So what we got here? What we got here? All right, let's move on. And every skillful woman spun with her hands, and they all brought what they had spun in blue and purple and scarlet yarns and twined linen. Do you understand what that's talking about, family? What is it talking about, Iman? Come tell us, please. Every skillful woman spun with her hands, and they all brought what they had spun in blue, in purple, in scarlet, in yarn, and fine twined linen.
It's basically talking about women taking either wool from a sheep or the sheep hair, because there's different types, and spinning it to make yarn. And then they, with the colors, they use natural dyes like from fruit. If you ever were to take a white shirt and use a blueberry or a strawberry or a blackberry, you'll get the colors that people used to tie dye. And back in, in our foremothers and forefathers' times, they used all the natural things to do that. So basically you were learning to make yarn for yourselves, make colors and clothes by spinning them to bake the yarn and then putting the yarn together to make the garments.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Now, she just gave us the verbatim way, verbatim, word for word, what this scripture is talking about. And as you read it, you'll see that what she's talking about, putting dye on garments and taking wool from animals and creating this thing and fashioning it. But I'm going to give you a different understanding. Now, that understanding, I'm not saying that that's wrong. That's the correct understanding. But sometimes we have to look a little bit deeper when we're reading this. So I'm going to dig deep. And this is what it says. It says, every skillful woman. So you can be a woman and not have any skills. But a skillful woman makes you more valuable. A woman that's able to do something. A woman that's able to get creative. A woman that's able to bring something in to provide. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you're a woman and you sitting home and your husband going to work every day and you sit in your butt and you clean the house and you cook the food and you take care of the babies, I don't want you to think that this is talking about you, because it's not. Ain't nothing wrong with you if your husband allows you to live that life. That's a great thing. You live that life because that's the good life. That's the life that you were intended to live by being a man's wife. All right? But there are some women as the scripture says, that are skillful. Back in the day, in the 18th century, 19th century, women couldn't get married unless they were skillful, unless they knew how to play instruments, knew how to crochet, knew how to sew, knew how to cook, knew how to tend to the fields, meaning knew how to deal with the animals in the fields and all those types of things. Today, we've gotten far away from that. We just want a woman that will listen and obey our voice, pretty much. Somebody that will take care of the children. But any woman, I'm saying this to any woman that want to beef your game up, learn some skills. Learn how to do some things outside of the house, or even if you're doing it inside the house, learn how to do some things that's going to be beneficial for the family. You don't have to. If you choose not to, I'm not saying that you must. If you're a wife and if you're a home wife, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a skillful woman makes you a more valuable woman, a much more valuable woman. My wife called me the other day. Well, she texted me on FaceTime, the one up in Philly. And she sent me a picture of a loaf of bread that she cooked. She made it from scratch. She baked bread from scratch. First time she ever did it, but I was pleased. She said she's going to get back to me and let me know how it tasted. But I was pleased. She sends me these little ideals of what she's doing in the kitchen to get creative, to give the best, to supply the best meals for the best nutrient for her health. And I'm pleased. You know what I mean? I'm pleased with all that. It makes me happy to see her going overboard to do things that she's never done, to learn new skills in her life. So, woman, if you on the top of your game right now and you ain't got those skills that supersede the average female, then you got to go get some skills. Go learn some things. And those things that I'm telling you that you need to go learn should be the type of things that's going to be useful in the future to come. Because as you see life today, life is not going to always be that way. It's changing, and it's changing drastically. Well, how are we living today? The luxuries of life that we have today, it's not going to always be here. So learn how to do some gardening. Learn how to plant some things. Learn how to make some clothes. Learn how to sew. Learn how to play some music, how to sing some songs. Learn these things. Well, why do I got to learn how to sing some songs? So you can bring some comfort to your man when he needs to hear a sweet sound. You know what I mean? Sometimes they say that music calms the savage beast. So if this is true, and your man that had a hell of a day, and he's hurting, he's in pain, his body is in aching, and he's frustrated, you being able to sing silhouettes in his ear while you touching him will help soothe a lot. A lot of females don't even know these skills that I'm talking about. What are you talking about, Prince? Singing in his ear while I'm touching him. Try it and see how that affects him. See how it works. See if what I'm saying is true. And you ain't even got to have the beautiful voice. You could have a mediocre voice. But the simple fact that you're putting that skill to work will help in that man being healed. Because even if you sound like like me, you sound rough and raggedy like me, he's going to laugh. And by him bringing that laughter and that joy, it's taking his spirit in a different place. It's going to bring him some comfort. So even if you can't sing like Nasika, even if you can't sing like her, or Maisha that can blow, Autumn, even if you can't sing like them, and you sound like me, and you whisper in his ear, come here, baby, let me do this. Let me rub your back, and then you, and he, it's going to make him, feel good. It's going to bring a joy to him. He might tell you to stop, but you got a smile on his face. And the moment you brought a smile on his face from him being so depressed, it just gave him a different feeling. It helped him to open up, and it helped him to come over where he was when he was last there. Little things like that can help. Learn some skills.
And you might really want to learn how to sing, because if it's a pleasant voice, he's going to enjoy it a whole lot more. And he's going to get the full benefit from it. You know? So learn some skills, family, sisters, learn some skills. Now, she also has skills with her hands. She was able to do things with her hands, like I explained, make clothes, work out in the fields, plant food, plant vegetations. These are just a few things that you can take to utilize to learn some skills to improve on your womanhood. On your womanhood. All right, we're going to move past that one. Now we're dealing with Leviticus 20 and 18. If a man lies with a woman during her menstruation period and uncovers her nakedness, he has made her fountains, and she has uncovered the fountains of her blood. Both of them should be cut off from the midst of their people. That's witchcraft. And the Creator don't want us practicing witchcraft. What do you mean that's witchcraft, Prince? When the menstruation blood of a woman gets on a man, or even in a man, it does something to his mind spiritually and psychologically. A woman who wants to trap a man in some type of way, they believe that putting some of their menstrual blood into his food or his drink is a way of trapping the man. A lot of women do these types of things today. It is straight witchcraft. It's evil and it's wicked. And they shouldn't do it, but they do. And I'm talking about Israelite women who call and say they worship the Creator of all creation. You got to watch it. This is an evil thing. It's an evil practice. A lot of our women, young women, especially young women, 19, 18, 19, 20 years old, a lot of them are taking on to witchcraft. And a lot of them, you don't even know, are practicing witchcraft because they sit in houses of worship just like you. They wear fringes just like you. They call on the name of the Creator just like you. They sing and dance and shout in these places just like you. But a lot of our people, our young women, have turned to sorcery and witchcraft and black magic.
The way it works, if it works at all, can be explained in part by science. Okay, we're evoking science here. It has all to do with pheromones. Men in these cultures are often warned not to accept brown or red drinks or foods with brown or red sauces from unmarried women. Bruh. Oh, here we go. All right, this one deserves the NPC song. Holy shit at the title. Bruh. Oh my. The women who sneak period blood into their partner's food. Oh, hell no. Okay. Most of us are glad to be rid of it when Aunt Flo comes to town, disposing of it along with tampons and pads or those cup things. Some of you are into shoving up your vajayjays to gather your blood. It turns out there are people out there who enjoy cooking with it. Oh, hell no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is this? But unlike the women who say cook up their own placentas and enjoy it with some fava beans and a nice Chianti, the menstrual master chefs are all about sneaking it into the food of unsuspecting menfolk for alleged magical purposes. In some cultures, such as the African American hoodoo culture and in Sicilian folk magic, it's believed that serving period blood to a man will capture his sexual attention. Oh my God. Ugh, I need more sounds. You don't need any spells to go along with it. Supposedly, the woman's scent is added to the man's consciousness. This is some magical thinking. Pisces energy. You'll either become obsessed with her, commit to her, or never stray, depending on what the owner of the period blood is trying to achieve. Nope. Listen, If there's women out here reading this and thinking this shit is for real. This is wild. Oh my God, it keeps going. The way it works, if it works at all, can be explained in part by science. Okay, we're evoking science here. It has all to do with pheromones. Men in these cultures are often warned not to accept brown or red drinks or foods with brown or red sauces from unmarried women. Bruh. Because some menses relate.
I want you all to understand that this is not just a theory. This is a real practice.
I honestly believe Jesus was one of the most toxic relationships I've ever had in the entirety of my life.
You shouldn't keep your magic in the dark. Like, this is your soul. You need to share it to the world.
Let it rain on me now. So be it. So it is.
Now remember, these are the things that you should avoid doing. These are the things that you don't want to bring into your character, into your personality. Let these things meditate. But this religion, these religions are fastly growing in the women of today.
I was a super Christian. I was raised in the church. I was a worship leader. I'm like singing all over the place.
Let me stop this for a second. A lot of people might be like, well, Prince, why are you playing this, man? Why are you dealing with this? It's a Shabbat day. You know why I'm dealing with it? Because these are real issues. They ain't gonna go away because it's the Shabbat day. You understand? A lot of our people who call themselves worshiping the Most High are being trapped with these types of things and these types of situations, and they don't understand. So therefore, I have to share with them portions of the knowledge and wisdom that the Creator blessed me with to try to help to open up their minds. So therefore, let's travel and let's see what we can get out of this. Remember, this is about learning what not to do.
And touring over here and crying out to God. How many times have I prayed to Jesus to show up for things that were actually needed and he didn't show up?
Melissa Whetstone grew up as a preacher's kid, but 12 years ago, she left the church. She says the community felt toxic and she didn't feel a personal connection to Jesus.
Hi, how are you? I need the frankincense and myrrh is here.
She eventually discovered Lukumi, a religion that was brought to Cuba by enslaved West Africans.
It's just a beautiful thing to be a part of. It's a beautiful community spirit. You're learning and growing with other people. So I really love it.
Hey, family, please pay close attention to what she's doing, the practice, because a lot of y'all think it's cool to do this stuff because you ain't bowing down to Satan. So you think. That's what you think. But watch what she does. Watch the choice of words that she uses. She's very careful what she does, what she says. Do not be a victim. Do not fall asleep. Watch what's taking place.
Folks have left the church in higher numbers over the last decade than ever before, and younger generations are even less likely to affiliate with the church. But many young people are still seeking spirituality, and some are reviving traditions from Africa and the Caribbean through practices that connect them with their ancestors.
This is my bovada or my altar. A few glasses of water. That's just for my specific ancestors who watch and look over me. I have liquor that my uncle likes, gotta make sure he still get lit on the other side. I feed them, I talk to them, I spend time with them. Like, this is my place to be.
So can you talk about some of the differences in what you study now to what your relationship was with Christianity then?
You see what she said? She said, I feed them, I talk to them, she spend time with them. Who's the them? Our ancestors, the spirit of the dead, necromancing. The Creator specifically tells us to be careful of those types of people. Watch, let's listen.
Out of Lukumi,
I get answers to my prayers. That I tell people that all the time. Like when they're like, what's the difference? I'm like, because my prayers are answered. Like, that's one. When I come to my altar and I pray to my ancestors and I actually take my time to cry out, not only do I get responses, I get physical manifestations and answers.
How many times have you heard an Israelite say that they talk to their ancestors? They pray to their ancestors. They ask their ancestors for assistance. It's witchcraft. The Creator specifically warns us against necromancy, dealing with the dead, talking to the dead. He specifically warns us. But so many of our young women today are turning to witchcraft. So many of them.
You were born into a household where your dad was a pastor?
Yes.
How is that relationship with him now, and how did your family react?
I'm the black sheep of my family. I love my family to death.
She's going to say something here that is so phenomenal that a lot of people don't know. Christianity is witchcraft. Y'all hear me, right? Christianity is witchcraft. I believe it's her that mentions this because I watched several different videos today. But they're going to mention that Christianity is witchcraft. Let's give her a few more minutes and let's see if it's her.
They love me, but we don't see eye to eye. They're like, girl, you're going to hell, you're going to burn. And I'm like, if I was going to burn, I'm pretty sure we will be burning together.
Look what she's doing.
Ironically, it is often because of that kind of religious conservatism that people move out.
Dr. Yvonne Chareau studies African and indigenous religions.
A lot of these religions came to the United States after the Middle Passage, after the period of slavery. Like other immigrants, they bring their cultures and their religions. But because when they come to the United States, they're often met with hostility, they tended to be secretive.
Can you talk about the role that social media has played? Because especially if we're talking about the younger generation, they might not be as dedicated to being ordained and, kind of doing all these rituals. But if I go up and down my timeline, now everybody's a witch. Everybody's burning sage.
Prior to the turn of the 20th century, they utilized the...
Everybody's a witch. Everybody's what? Burning sage. Why does she mention that? Because that's what witches do. It's a witch's practice. So be careful. If somebody talking about they burning some sage in the house, you got to question their credentials. Now, I'm not saying burning sage is a wicked act. I'm saying the practice of it can be coming and stemming from witchcraft. That might be an indicator to let you know that this woman is into something that she shouldn't be into. And you have to begin watching. There will be other indicators to let you know as well. So if you're a female and you're on the top of your game, make sure you stay away from these types of things. Watch this, please.
Or whatever media was available in order to be spiritual entrepreneurs. They would sell goods and services. They would treat clients and so forth. With the coming of the digital age, and in particular social media, I really feel like younger people are grabbing on to some of the digital trends where they can sort of brand themselves as practitioners. It's a kind of identity to be a part of this. So the internet and social media has certainly helped to popularize it. But I really do feel strongly that this is something of a movement in that young Black people, they are reaching back, they are recovering that which is ancestral, but they're doing it in their own way.
Yeah. So do you want to light the candles? Should we do that? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to actually carve my sigils in the candle because from here.
You hear what she said? She want to carve her sigils in the candles. These are some powerful level stuff she's doing. These things that she's doing is not wicked. I need you to understand. Witchcraft in itself, because they give their power, their energy to the adversarial force, not the creator, that's what makes it so wicked. That's what makes it so evil. But a lot of the things that they do, straight out of the Bible. What do I mean? I always teach, if you peep through somebody's house and you watch a man performing a service on a young boy and he cut his right ear, his right thumb, and his right toe and take that blood and put it in a basin, what do you think that is? Witchcraft. You would think that it's witchcraft, but it's not. It's straight out of the Tanakh, straight out of the Torah. It's how you anoint the high priest to be high priest, or even in the priesthood. This is how you bring them into the priesthood directed from the Creator. They would take those practices and turn them around and dedicate it to adversarial energy. They'll give it to somebody other than the Almighty, but in fact, it's witchcraft. Do y'all follow what I'm saying? It's not necessarily what they're doing, it's who they're doing it to. Who is in their minds that they're giving their energy to. Now, I'm not talking about the necromancy, playing with the dead and all that stuff. That's straight witchcraft. The Creator told us to only call on him and him alone, no others. All right? I'm going to give it a few more minutes and we out.
Majori is a 29-year-old fashion designer living in New York who practices witchcraft. She casts spells with a coven of other young witches.
We're making money jars. So we're adding different herbs that manifest prosperity, money, success. I feel like, how...
You see, they're not sitting around reading a book. You follow what I'm saying? I'm sure they read books to learn what they're learning. But what they're actually doing is putting what they understand to be true into practice. How many of us who serve the Creator actually do that? How many of us who serve this King actually puts into practice the things that we know is required of us to put in practice? It's a whole lifestyle for them. It's a whole lifestyle that they have chosen to incorporate in their personality. And then what did she say? My prayers are being heard. She thinks her prayers are being heard because she's actually putting her whole lifestyle into it. She's actually giving the energy to that negative deity or power or entity to do what's taking place. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I'm sure you don't. At least I believe you don't. We don't give any energy to the Almighty, but we're quick to judge someone like her. We're quick to tell her what she's doing wrong. We're quick to tell her that she shouldn't be, but then what are you doing to give that extra overtime kill to the Creator? Nothing. We look for the convenient way out. We look for the short turn in everything, the quick stop in everything. It's like we don't want to give too much to the Creator. That's how we act. These women sitting down, taking the time to carve into the candles their desires and the things that they want. Have you carved into any candles or wrote any scriptures? Have you wrote anything in a book to the Creator and dedicated the Most High, put it on the floor and pray before it to the Most High? Have you done anything like that? Did you burn any sweet incense to the Creator? Have you done anything like that? So women, if you're at the top of your game, this will take you another level higher. This will take you a little bit higher than where you've been. We got a house of worship here, and majority of us have keys. How many of us come in here at night, lay on that floor, and just prostrate to this king? Just give it up to him, just to say thank you. You ain't got to wait till your heart is heavy. You ain't got to wait till you're in pain and you're suffering. You can do it all the time just because you want to give back to the Most High. But we don't. You know why? Because we feel like, oh, that's all I need to do. That was enough. I don't need to go any further. That's enough. Why? Why is it like that? But the moment you need something, then you want to come to the Creator. As if you got money in the bank waiting for you to just say, Creator, I want some of that money out that I got. So come on and give it to me. The only way you're going to get that money into the bank is by going overboard, like the things that I'm telling you and sharing with you right now. So sisters, if you want to improve, you can be the best you can be. But if you want to do greater, you want to be better, go out and get some skills. Learn some things you don't know how to do. Give some extra time to the Creator. Give him extra of yourself that he doesn't require of you. If you're just giving him what he requires, then you're just giving him enough to get by. Just enough to get by. But when you really love, think about it for a minute, sisters. Think about it for a second. When you meet that guy, that good-looking guy that you just want to be married to, how much attention do you give him? How far out of your way do you go overboard to show him that you like him? Do you stop with a phone call and then hang up? Is that the end of that? No, you go beyond that. You go out to a mall and you find something in the mall and you go buy something for him. You writing them letters. You writing them little love. When the last time you loved the Creator that much that you did something like that for him? When the last time you had a one-on-one for a good 15, 20 minutes, half hour, 40 minutes with the Almighty? And you just sat down, and not because you wanted something, but just because you wanted to be in his presence. When the last time you lit a candle and sat at the feet of the altar, whatever it is, and just meditated on the goodness of the Almighty? See, the things I'm telling you about today will take your spirituality in a whole totally different place. When's the last time you just went out in the dirt, took your shoes off in the dirt, and just sat there on the floor, prostrating, and had a talk with the King? And if you have never done these things, then I would ask of you to do these things, to build up your spirituality. Because a lot of us just think doing what's required of us is enough. And even doing what's required of us is only halfway doing it anyway, because you ain't doing it with the right energy. Who's happy when the Shabbat come around? You run, can't wait till tomorrow morning so I get to the temple, and then get here and be first to get up and shout, praise the Most High, thank the Most High, come in here and pray and all that old good stuff. Who's the first ones to do all those things? Who has that kind of enthusiasm? But when you first met that guy, he told you he was coming to get you, you started getting dressed 2 hours early, just so you wouldn't miss out on his date, so you'll be on time. You'll give that kind of energy to a man, but you won't give half that strength and energy to the Creator. Those people who are practicing witchcraft, they go overboard to Satan. That's why it feels like they're having their prayers answered, because they're putting that energy into it. They're doing the things that are needed and necessary that we don't do to the Creator. They're doing it. But we could, but we don't, because it's just too much. You're over righteous, some of them may call you, going beyond what is needed and necessary. Now they'll kill every male among the little ones and kill every woman who has known man by lying with him. These are the words of the Almighty. Where am I missing? All right, we're going to go to the book. We're going to miss all this, and we're going to go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 31. Proverbs, chapter 31, please. Because I see y'all enjoying this heat a little bit too much for me. Y'all sitting here falling asleep, and I don't want you falling asleep because I got too much information to share. So let's go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs, chapter 31. Such a wonderful, powerful lesson. I wish I can go further into it, sis, but I don't want to lose the people. Plus, I'm on a restricted time. We only got 1 hour left, but y'all see I got a whole lot more information to share. I have so much more to share. So we're going to go to Proverbs 31 because that's the main figure of our day. Proverbs 31. You hear oftentimes women say, I'm a Proverb 31 woman. Most likely you're not. Most likely you're not. Proverbs 31 woman is a special, oh gosh. This woman, if a man is not happy with a Proverbs 31 woman, he might as well just go somewhere and just be alone for the rest of his life. Now, I'm not saying she's perfect. What I'm saying is she has perfect desire to please her husband, and that makes her perfect. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So if you're a woman and you're on the top of your game, here's a way to take your game up to another level. Let's deal with the Proverbs 31 woman. I got 1 hour to get through this. That ain't enough time, but I'm going to try to make it work. All right? You want to read? I don't know if you're going to be able to read unless you go come up here. No, don't worry about it. I'll read. We're going to have fun with this one. Huh? Yeah, but you might be back in the background.
Very loud voice.
All right, Nasik said he got a very loud voice. We're gonna give Nasik with his very loud voice the opportunity to read. All right, you ready to rock with me, bro?
Which version would you like?
We're gonna start at verse 1.
Which version would you like me to read?
I got the, let me see. What version do I? ESV. You got that?
Okay.
All right, let's go with that.
The words of King Lemuel, an oracle that his mother taught him.
No. Stop right there, right there. The words of King Lemuel. He's a powerful man. He's a king. He's a powerful man. But he's about to give the words that his mother taught him. His mother told him these things. Well, that means that his mother was, first of all, being honest with him. His mother had a concern with him that she wants him to be the best version of himself that he could possibly be. You follow me? Y'all follow me so far, right? So his mother is going to be honest and want to give him and make him the best version of himself. So she's going to tell him some things to be careful about, to watch for, and to look at. Watch what is one of the very first things that his mother has to say to him. Read on, please.
What are you doing, my son?
She said, what are you doing, my son?
What are you doing, son of my womb?
What are you doing, son that came out of me?
What are you doing, son of my vows?
What are you doing? Because I'm a married woman. And I had my child after I got married. Every woman should have their child after they get married. You know, I'm going to go in this lesson next week. I'm going to start off where I missed off at in the lesson next week with this one right here, because there's so much information I wanted to drop on y'all today. But because we ain't got but a little bit of time, I couldn't give you all of it. But let's go on.
Do not give your strength to women.
What did she say?
Do not give your strength to women.
What did she say? Please.
Do not give your strength to women.
Brothers, men, do not give your strength to a woman. What does that mean? Who's talking right here? A woman. Who she's talking to? Her son, the king. And she's telling her son, the king, not to let a woman rule him. If you set a foundation in life, stick to it. If you set a purpose, you have boundaries in your life, stick to those boundaries. Don't give your strength to a woman. Don't allow a woman to rule over you. I know Hebrew communities that a woman is the ruler. His mother had enough sense not to say, his mother had enough sense to say, don't let a woman rule over you. Don't give your strength to a woman. Do you know how it feels for a man, a real man, to have to succumb to the authority of a female over top of him? That is something that is unnatural. It's unnatural. It shouldn't be that way. But it is that way because of the society in which we live today, because the men have fallen. But sisters, this ain't about the men. This is about you. Sisters, what am I ultimately saying to you? When you get into your strength and you know your strength, you have the ability to shake a kingdom, to hurt a king. Lemuel's mother, she understood that a woman in her strength, with full knowledge of who she is and how to move in her femininity, she can make a king fall to his knees. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? So women, what is that saying about you? That's saying you some powerful beings. You way more powerful than you can ever imagine. If you're married to a man, you got to have the game beat. But if you're married to a man that just ain't everything that he needs to be, you have the power. You have the power. You have the power to reach into him, using your strength to make him stand up and be the very best version of himself that he can possibly be. You have that power. But if you're not in touch with yourself, you won't know that you have that power. You won't even understand because you're too busy hanging out with your girls, too busy getting drunk, smoking weed, eating all that bad food, And the bad food got a way, it has a place on your mind where it doesn't allow your mind to fully operate. You make the same mistakes over and over and over because you're not clearing up your spiritual senses with your mind. You're not doing it. You're eating bad food, and that bad food, like meat, those things contaminate and block the receptors to your pineal gland, which helps the melanin to secrete, which causes life and understanding with new ideals and creativity. You follow me? You block all that with the poisons you put in your body. So sisters, if you are already a great woman, there's a way for you to take that even higher. First, recognize your power. Recognize who you are. Recognize the strength that you have within you. You are powerful beyond your imagination, sisters. I promise you. You know, the Creator created man and he created women. And then he separated us and he gave us two different parts of life. He did. He made the men physically stronger than the women. But by no means did that mean that the women ain't mentally strong and mentally capable. If you take a woman and you give her what she needs, she will create life. So what kind of mind is that? She will create, if you give her what she needs to work with, she will create life. And she can also create a universe for you where your whole life, your whole existence will be at pleasure. Because you've given her the things that she needs to get it done. Too many of our young females don't understand how to be a woman. They don't understand what it means to be in your femininity, working on all cylinders as a woman. They don't know. They don't understand because not too many of them have an example of that in their lives. Read on, please.
Do not give your strength to women, your ways to those who destroy kings.
Don't give your ways to those who do what?
Destroy kings.
The woman has the ability to destroy a king. Do you know that a lot of kings can't destroy a king? A lot of kings go to war, and those wars last for 30 years sometimes, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 6 months, 2 weeks. Those wars last for a very long time, and they end up quitting because they couldn't destroy that king. Give them a woman. She'll tear them down. But let me tell you something, brothers. You can have a good job in your life. You can be at the top of your game, making much money and much success. You get the wrong woman in your life in less than a year, you'll be broke and homeless. That's how powerful a woman is. Now imagine if she took that energy and put it into building you up, using the strength that she got. But the key is you got to let her do it. You got to let her build you up. But she got to want to do it. Because if she don't want to do it, it ain't going to happen. Therefore, you got a problem in your life and not a resolution or a problem solver. But the woman has the ability, a woman in her rightful strength, she has the ability to take a dead man and give him life and resuscitate him. She has that power, that ability, that type of strength. If he opens up and allow it to happen. If he can't do it for himself, then of course he has to use his woman to do it. She's a portion of him. If he's able to do it for himself and he getting it for himself, and then he got a woman that's sharp like that, it will take what he's making and increase it by 10. That's what a good woman will do for you. That's what a righteous, virtuous woman would do. Read on, please. Don't give your strength to no woman, and then you want to blame the woman. Oh, see, that woman you gave me, she brought it, she gave me, and I did eat. Read on, please.
It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, or for rulers to take strong drink.
What did he say? It's not for kings to do what?
Drink wine.
Or rulers to do what?
Take strong drink.
If you ever want to be in charge of something, put the drinks down. Leave the alcohol alone. That's scripture. Lemuel's mama had enough sense to see that, where a lot of males can't. Read on, please. Let's see what she said.
Lest they drink and forget what has been decreed and pervert the rights of all the afflicted. Give strong drink to the one who is perishing, and wine to those in bitter distress. Let them drink and forget their poverty and remember their misery no more.
Let them drink and forget their poverty, meaning they will remain in a drunken state. They have to. Because if they ever got out of that drunken state, that poverty didn't go anywhere. It's going to come right back into their reality, which means they had to get drunk again. So drinking is for the weak, the faint-hearted. It's not for a man. It's not for a strong man. And it definitely shouldn't be for a woman. Drinking makes a woman unseemly as a female. It tears her up. It does something to her, and it causes her to expose herself in ways that she shouldn't. So therefore, women shouldn't drink. Men shouldn't drink either. Nobody should drink except those who are hard in their heart and depressed in the world. And I know a lot of people right now got a problem with that, but that's okay. Read on, please.
Open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and needy. An excellent wife or virtuous wife, who can find?
I got to back you up a little bit. Read that verse again you just read, please.
Verse 9, open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and needy.
Open your mouth, judge righteously, and defend the poor of the who?
The rights of the poor and needy.
The rights of the poor and the who?
Needy.
And the needy. So ladies, women, if you at the top of your game right now, ask yourself, do you do these things? Do you do these things? Do you defend the rights of the poor and the needy right now? Do you? How many of you have that contrite heart in your spirit that it hurts you to see somebody get used and abused and talked about and misused? How often does that happen? How many times did you see an animal get attacked by another animal and you felt compassion for that animal that was getting beat up, ate up, or destroyed? That's what he's talking about. Now multiply that by 3,000, and when you see a homeless person on the street, you have it in your heart, you want to just give them a place to live. You know, when you see a hungry person on the street, you have it in your heart that you just want to take them to the supermarket and buy them some food. See, we're talking about going to another level, and this next level must be exaggerated by us in order for the true harmony and peace within ourselves to elevate to be the best version of ourselves. Read on, please.
Verse 10, an excellent wife, who can find? She is far more precious than jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain.
Oh, you got to read that again. Oh, now, I know a lot of y'all think y'all on point with this relationship you got with your husband. But unless these things are in place, where the heart of your husband rests comfortably in your bosoms, then you ain't doing your game as well as you think you are. Read that part again, please.
The heart of her husband trusts in her.
The heart of her husband trusts in her. Or sometimes, sisters, if he's complaining to you that he thinks you're doing something, then he ain't trusted in you. Sisters, sometimes if he got to keep repeating the same instructions to you, you know why it is? It ain't just that you're not listening. It's because he don't trust in you. So he got to keep telling you over and over and over, giving you the same instructions over and over and over. It ain't just that you're not hearing him, because you could be hearing him, but you're not listening. So sisters, question, is the heart of your husband truly within you? Does he really trust you? Does he? Can he give you an assignment, walk away, and have full confidence that you're going to get that assignment completed? Or is he going to call you 2 days later and ask you, did you do that? And you say, oh, I forgot. Can he trust in you? In his heart, can he trust you? Usually the answer is no, because you'll fail. You know why? Because you're not the best version of yourself. Because if you're the best version of yourself, you truly do what the Creator commanded, and you give your desires over to your husband. Now, the woman is always going to do what she truly desires to do. She's going to do that. Don't never be fooled. She's going to do what she desires to do. So if she keeps failing at the assignments and tasks, that she received from her husband is because her husband doesn't have her desire. Something or someone else does. And she need to go get married to that thing or that person and not her husband whom she's supposed to have her desires toward. I don't know if y'all understand. Do y'all understand? I think y'all understand, but I don't know if you fully understand. The woman's desire is to be toward her husband. He is to be the all to you in your life. Therefore, when he gives you an assignment, and if it's a man and he ain't giving his wife an assignment, then I don't know what kind of man he's a male. He ain't a man, he's a male. So if he gives you an assignment, you should take that assignment to heart. And nothing should get in the way of you fulfilling that assignment. Nothing should interfere with you fulfilling the assignment assigned to you by your husband. You take your whole game to another level when your husband's heart can truly rest in you. He knows you're going to handle it. There was a situation once where the man got locked up and he had the money to get out of jail home underneath his bed. So he calls his wife to go get the money to get him out, to bail him out of jail. She went and got the money. Along the way, she was sidetracked. She got a call from her mother. She had to go and attend to the care of her mother because her mother was elderly and she fell down the steps. So she went and cared to the care of her mother, and then she got her mother up, put her mother in a chair, and then she remembered she had to go to the jail to bind her husband out. So when she walks out of the door to go out of her mother's house, her sister called her, and her sister said her and her children don't have anything to eat. So she went over to her sister's house to get her sister and the children something to eat. And then after that, her father called her. And her father said, I need you to come to my house and take me to the pharmacy so I can pick up my medicine so I can go back home, because her father was old too. He was elderly too. He couldn't get around because he ain't had no car. So she went and did all that. And she forgot the assignment that her husband gave her. She was looking out for everybody else. And she forgot the assignment. She missed the assignment. Therefore, her husband got shipped upstate because he didn't get out of jail in time, although he had the money, but his heart rested truthfully and he trusted his wife to fulfill the mission. But she allowed other family members, and this happens so often, so often, she allowed other family members to take her mind in different directions to the point where she forgot her first responsibility. And she failed her husband. Therefore, she failed the Creator. Y'all have to understand this, family. This is some serious stuff we're talking about right now. Read on, please. Chapter and verse.
Verse 12. She does good and not harm all the days of her life.
How long?
All the days of her life.
One more time.
All the days of her life.
Not for 2 years. Not for 6 months. She does him greatly and not harm. How long? All the days of her life. Absolutely. That means that her whole life is dedicated to pleasing her king, her husband. Do y'all understand that? So therefore, if you're a woman and you already on top of your game and you already married, where should your desires be? And the Creator told you that, not Prince. The Creator told you that, so you can't get mad at me. You got to get mad at the true king, the king of all creation, the master, Yotzer, the creator of all things. You got to get mad at him, because I didn't make that up. He made that up. He gave that as the very first command to the woman. And I don't even think he spoke to her. Yeah, it wasn't other places he spoke to her after that yet. But that was the first place that he spoke to her. Read on, please.
13. She seeks wool and flax.
Oh, man. Now he's getting into the skills of that woman. First, he talked about her heart, where her desire should be, right? That's what he talked about first. Now he's getting to another level for any woman that says she's a P31 woman. Thank you, Sister Tara. Anybody who says she's a P31 woman, now he's getting into another level. She does what? She seeks wool and flax. What do you mean she seek wool and flax? What does that mean? She goes out and get it. Do you know how hard it is? Well, let me clear that up. Do you know what type of work is required? Not that it's hard, how much time it takes and the intricacy of work to go out, grab a sheep, grab a lamb, cut his hair off, take the hair and turn it into fibers and make fabric. You know how intense that is? And I'm sure you can't imagine because ain't none of y'all doing it. So if ain't none of y'all doing it, then what is it saying about the skill level that you have? Well, Prince, I ain't got to know how to do everything. Oh, but it would help. It would help. Believe me, it would help to learn these things because this is talking about the female did that. A woman, a righteous woman, a virtuous woman, a P31 woman, a woman that is supreme, not just a regular woman, but she is supreme. She's skilled. She's intelligent. She's patient. She's compassionate. And at the same time, she's domineering. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying. This is a real powerful woman right here. And she's still 1,000% in her femininity. She got her heels on, got her hair all tossed up, her earrings on, jewelry on, nails done, looking good, smelling good. You touch her skin, your hand just put a dimple in her. She's so soft because she's soaking those oils. She get her body fresh. She walk in this room, damn, it's a flower. And everybody smell her. You know why? Because she takes the time to be feminine. And not a lot of females today take the time to be feminine. Not unless they're going somewhere. But a feminine woman is not just feminine when she's going somewhere. She's feminine all the time. All the time. And she don't need the right man in her life to show her or to make her be feminine. She don't need the right man to make her be feminine. She's feminine even when she's single. And if she ain't got no man, she's still feminine. She conducts herself as a lady, always. You don't hear her out in the street raising her voice, cussing out somebody, walking around with a bonnet on in the middle of the street with them Crocs on her feet. You ain't gonna see her like that with sweatpants on like she a dude, down to her knees with high heel sneakers on. You ain't gonna see her like that. She's gonna always be spiffy. Every opportunity you get to behold her, if you knock on her door 3 o'clock in the morning because your house on fire, you knock on her door to get some water and she answers the door, she gonna answer in a robe, in some nice little sandals, and her hair gonna be tossed. She gonna look good all the time. You know why? Because she's in her femininity. Too many of us think that when we lay down in bed at night, we ain't got to look good, but you do. You all, as a woman, to fully be in your femininity, you always look good. Your man never sees you when you're not looking top notch. And I'm not talking about makeup. I'm not talking about no weave. I'm not talking about them phony eyelashes. I'm not talking about no BBLs. I ain't talking about those things. I'm talking about natural beauty. Natural beauty. So she's showing her skills right now. She's showing her skills. She went out and got yarn and flax and wool, and she about to get it busy. Read on, please.
She seeks wool and flax and works with willing hands.
She seeks wool and flax and do what?
Works with willing hands.
She works. She works. She works. But she ain't got no 9 to 5. Then what's she working doing? She ain't going to be one who sit around the house and don't do nothing. She's going to be productive. If she got to go out and grow some food, she's going to grow some food. If she got to go out and cut the sheep, cut all the hair off the sheep so she can take the thread to make some yarn, to make some thread, to make some clothes, to provide for the community, then that's what she's going to be doing. If she got to go and cut the yarn off the animals, cut the thread, the hair off the animals, and make some rugs, make some carpet so she can make some money, she gonna be doing it. She don't need nobody standing over top of her, telling her, do this, do that, do this. She's industrious in her own mind. She's creative in her own thoughts. She's not idle. She doesn't sit around and be on the video games all day playing Facebook tag, Instagram tag, social media, on all of scrolling all day long, doing nothing, much of nothing productive. She ain't that kind of woman. She takes the time she has and she values it. And she gets creative. My husband might not be doing so great this month. He only worked 3 days a week. So let's see what I can do to bring in some extra income. And she might end up out earning him with her creativity. Because a woman who is in her knowledge, in her full strength, is supreme. She is the bomb. I'm telling you, I know it for a fact. When a woman is in her full strength, she is supreme. But the problem is getting her into her full strength. How do you do it? There's so many different things in the world today that distracts her from being in that full strength, like everyday life, like having problems with your mate. If you just be quiet, keep your mouth shut, and do what you asked, more than likely you won't have problems with your mate unless your mate is just wicked. And we do have some wicked dudes out here. But let's just get to the real facts. Usually, it's about you not doing what he asks you to do, when he asks you to do it, and how he asks you to do it. Usually, you're dropping the ball. So when you drop the ball and you realize you dropped the ball, there's nothing wrong with you apologizing and not dropping the ball again. Nothing. But you always, I apologize, but everything after that disregarded your apology. It disannulled your apology. There is no but. Own up to what you do as a woman, and it will make you a better woman. Most females don't own up to nothing. Y'all heard that young lady in the joke when we first started that was in the car with the man and accused him of cheating? She didn't apologize because they don't own up to nothing. They don't do nothing wrong. They perfect females. But women realizes if they make a mistake, they do something wrong, or it's not adequate, or it's not efficient, they'll make it right. But first they'll apologize, and then they'll make it right. And the next time you see what they done, you'll be like, damn, that's you did that. Man, that's awesome. But at the same time, you also got to give her accolades when she deserves it. And a lot of males don't know how to do that. A lot of males just abuse the woman, misuse the woman, mistreat the woman, takes full advantage of the beautiful queen that they got home, and don't do what they supposed to do as a man. Probably because they don't know how to be a man. Because men know how to do what they got to do. Yeah, so they don't do what they're supposed to do as a man because they're a male. They don't know how to treat a woman. They don't know how to nurture her. They don't know how to provide for her. They don't know how to give her the confidence that she needs just being a woman. And if you did give her that confidence, you'll be amazed in how she will rise to the occasion and create something out of nothing, because women are just that awesome. They're just that awesome. And you have to understand the power of a woman who walks in her femininity is beyond compared to almost anything that you can see. You got a lot of males like cars. A lot of us, we like cars. I like nice cars. I do. Oh, man, I like nice. Y'all know I like a nice car. Quick. I do. But I can watch a nice car, sit there and look. Man, look at that right there. Man, look at that. Man, look at that right there. But if I'm watching that nice car and a woman in her femininity walk past that car, I ain't looking at that car no more. I'm admiring, I'm respecting, and I'm honoring that queen. That car can wait, because a car is nothing in comparison to a woman that's in her femininity. And I'm talking about really in her femininity, from head to toe, from body to soul. Really in her femininity. She commands respect. And she'll get it. And she ain't got to open her mouth. And she don't look like no hoochie. And people know not to disrespect her and accuse her of being a hoochie by the words that come out of their mouth. Read on, please.
She is like the ships of the merchant. She brings her food from afar.
She's like the ships of a merchant. Know why they say like the ships of a merchant? because everybody's standing on the docks waiting for the ships to come in so that they can buy the merchandise. That's how this P31 woman is. Her children can't wait till she come home. Her husband can't wait till she come around, and other sisters can't wait till she come in their company. That's what a P31 woman will do for a community. That's what she will do for a community. Everybody will be waiting. Man, is she here? Is she come yet? Is she around? That's how the ships bringing all the goods to the people is. That's how it is. Everybody's waiting for that ship to dock so they can get the goods, so they can get the benefit of that ship coming. That's how a P31 woman, a woman in her strength, a woman that walks around in her confidence, in her full strength, understanding who she is as a woman, in her full femininity, and married, or even if she ain't married, just being in that femininity has people expecting and delighting in her. Not just her husband, but the whole community will be delighting in her. And it's not that she can't do no wrong, because she can do wrong, but it's just a simple fact of how she moves. She don't argue with her husband. She ain't a disrespect to her husband out in the public. That'll never happen with a P31 woman. You'll never see that because she understands her position. She understands that her strength comes from what he allows her to be and do and feel and say and think. Y'all say, well, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to think, then you ain't a P31 woman. Just get out the way and make way for a P31 woman, because a P31 woman ain't got that arrogance. She ain't got that hostility. She ain't got that, but I got a voice. I gotta say what I feel. Get the and you're gone. Just that simple. You can have the voice, just have it over there. Go back to the female side over there. Go on with the females. You can have all the voice you want over there with them. But the real women who deserves to be with a man of stature, of caliber, of class and grace and cool pizzazz, he needs a certain type of woman. You hear what I said, right? Cool pizzazz, right? Yeah. He needs a certain type of woman. And a regular female and a man of that caliber, it's not going to work. It's not going to. She's going to always want to have something to say in the background. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing what you said. That's too much. That's too much. So if you're a woman and you want to rise to your highest level and your man requests something of you, babe, could you take care of that for me? Y'all hear that, right? Did y'all hear that? Listen real carefully. This was her response. She ain't said not one thing. And if a negative thought enters into her mind, she erases it. Because she knows what the Creator told her, that her desire should be to her husband. And he should do what over you? Rule over you. That don't mean he should be beating you up, knocking your teeth out, and punching your brains every day, using you for a punching bag. That's not what that means. It means that you have to learn to safely trust in him for his leadership, for his guidance. Even when the road looks hard, even when the road looks bad, you have to still learn to trust in him for his leadership, for his guidance. You have to, because the Creator commanded it of you. But if at any time that you get weak, trusting in your husband, you always got that prayer rug that you can go to and prostrate yourself to the real king, the only true king. You can always have that prayer rug to prostrate yourself to take any of your problems to. But you don't never get disrespectful with your man because the lack thereof. Because he don't have, because y'all don't have, because he can't do. Never become disrespectful, arrogant, mean, nasty, running your mouth, calling him all kind of names, making him feel less of a man. Because a true woman in her strength, she will do the complete opposite. That man can be pissy broke, and I mean pissy broke because when you pissy, you taking your clothes off. That's the kind of broke he ain't got no clothes on. That's how broke he is. He'll be pissy broke. And she will talk words of life into his ears. And he'll walk out naked and go make some money and come back and begin providing for his family, because a good woman will breathe life into a man that he didn't know he had. The woman that's tearing him down because he's doing bad, she's a piece of trash. A piece of trash. What am I saying? Women, what I'm saying to you is, if your man is broke, if he ain't got, if he can't provide, he can't get, then you go into your bag, go to the Most High, pray to the Most High, get up off that rug, and then you walk over to that man and you speak words of life in his ears. To get, baby, I know, you know what? We've been through this. We've been through worse times than this, but that's okay, because we always seem to come out in the end. It's going to be all right. You're a great man. I know you got it in you. It's okay. If we got to wait 2 months for you to get a job, I see you go out every day looking. You just ain't getting nothing, but just keep on doing what you're doing. I'm behind you. I got your back. And whatever I got to do to help you as my husband, I'm going to help you. This is what it's about. Me and you to ever. Me and you to ever, husband. Me and you to ever. And that's how it goes. You'll be surprised at how that man, I mean, you put it in your own words, but you'll be surprised the energy and the confidence that that man will have. And he'll go out and he'll beat up a lion because his woman done got in his ear. I'm telling you. Because his woman done got in his ear and made him get the confidence that he can achieve it, he will achieve it. He will. Why do you think the Creator said that these two shall become one? Why do you think he said that? Because he knew that sometimes there's a part of you that you got to lean on. That part is always a part of you. That's his wife. Sometimes you got to lean on her to find your confidence, to stand up if you lose your confidence. Men don't usually lose their confidence, but a lot of males do. So if a male just happens to be trying to strive to become a man and he loses his confidence, then he got a beautiful wife next to him that's going to speak words of life into his ears and make him go get it. Now, I want to clarify that just so y'all understand. The difference between a man and a male is that a man lives full time in his masculinity. Males live part-time in their masculinity. They in it while the riding is good, but as soon as they get a hard bump, it knocks them off their masculinity, and then they start walking. I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go. I don't know where I'm going to turn. That's a male. But a man, he'll hit that bump, boom, and it knocked him off. He jumped right back on while still moving. That's a man, because a man ain't going to see defeat. And if a man sees defeat, his wife will never know. That's how men move. His wife will never know. She be like, my man getting paid. We got food in the refrigerator, all the bills are paid, and he out robbing banks. She don't know. He doing what he gotta do. You know, y'all understand. You don't be robbing banks and nothing. Prince thing, I ain't talking about robbing no banks and nothing. But I'm saying, a man gonna do what he gotta do. He ain't gonna bring his problems home to his wife. She'll never know. If I gotta go out and borrow $50,000 from my homie around the corner to last me for a month, she'll never know. I ain't gonna tell her. All she gets to see is me bringing that thing up in there. You know what I mean? That's how it's done. That's what men do. A male, hey honey, can you go ask your father, can we borrow $500 till the weekend? When as soon as I get my job, I'm gonna pay him back. All right, cool. Pop say, here, y'all need some help. Bang. 2 weeks later, hey, honey, do you think, and it ain't because he got a job, it's because he ain't got no job, but he ain't looking for no job, and he don't try to go get no job. All he do is sit home and play video games, have sex, eat, sleep, and poop. That's it. That's his whole day. Play video games, get up the next day, play video games, have sex, eat, sleep, and poop. I wish he'd get some diarrhea and get it all over in one shot. So maybe he can up and be a man the next day. But this is a reality for so many of our females. And the woman is absolutely on point. The woman is behind all this, saying, it's okay, honey. We're going to make this happen. We're going to do this. We together, it's you and me. We going to do this. We might not have today, but we're going to have plenty tomorrow. We're going to have plenty. And then she go into her bag to see how she can help out in this process. That's what we're reading about, the P31 woman. Not that she had to help. She didn't have to help. Her husband was a leader. He was a spiritual leader. He might not have been a king, but he was a spiritual leader. He was known, all the community knew of him. So she had to set an example for the type of leadership that he has at home. So if your husband is a spiritual leader and you ain't doing absolutely nothing, what kind of example are you setting for your husband? Because you know, as a wife, you're supposed to be a representative of your husband. You're supposed to be. Read on, please, and let's go through this. Where we at?
15.
Oh, we only on verse 15. All that, man, Prince, you talking too much. Go ahead, let's go. Let's go.
Rises while it is yet night and provides food for her husband.
Hold up. Did you hear what he said? Most people are asleep at night. But a virtuous woman, she rises up while it is still dark, while it is still night, and she prepares foods for her husband and her household. This woman don't even hardly get no rest. A lot of women, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I gotta get some sleep. 9 hours go by, 10 hours go by, and they still sleep. Hey, baby, can you make me some pancakes? I gotta get ready to go to work. I'm tired. What time is it? 5:30, 6 o'clock. Oh, that's too early. Wake me up in 2 hours and I'll start you. That kind of woman needs a bill. She needs to go. She's not on the program. She has a different mindset. She's not about the program. Why are you holding on to some dead weight? It's going to slow you down. I promise you, it's going to slow you down. If your man get up at 5 o'clock to go to work by 4 o'clock, you should be up fixing his breakfast. You should be up by 4 o'clock. And when he get ready to walk out the door, you should be like, here you go, babe. Here's your lunch. You made the lunch the night before. And he gets up to go to work every day at 5 o'clock in the morning. He ain't getting up by himself. Even if you ain't got nothing to do, you up talking to him. Babe, you all right? You need this? Can I help you with that? You got everything you need? Yeah, I got everything I need. Babe, go lay down, baby, and go to sleep. No, the average woman, not the woman, because women know what they're doing. The average female, she sleeps, slob coming out of her mouth. He could be downstairs getting knocked upside his head, and she'll never wake up because she sleep. She lazy. I mean, did I say that? Did I say she lazy? Did I? She lazy. A lot of people are in love and their desires are to their own selves. Therefore, they seek the pleasure and comforts that they desire. A lot of females like to sleep. You can't disturb their sleep. And if you disturb their sleep, they get disgruntled. They get angry. They get mad. So women, if you're on the top of your game, right? If you're on top of your game, find out a way to not need or require so much sleep and still get your work done. Because this P31 woman, she got up in the middle of the night and handled her business. She got up in the middle of the night and put it down. Did she? Did she? I didn't say that, did it? The book said it, right? It said before everybody else in the household woke up, she was up preparing for them to wake up. That's something that brings to mind about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, when basketball practice started at 7, right? So this other guy said he wanted to get there a little early, so he go there like 5, just to get started a little bit early, so he get a little bit of practice in before the rest of the team come, right? He says when he walked in the door, Kobe was already in there taking a break because he had worked out 2 hours already before he got there. And then when he got there, Kobe worked another 2 hours before practice. He worked overtime. And that's what you got to do if you want to achieve in this life. Bare minimum is only going to get you bare minimum results. If you want an exuberant lifestyle, an exuberant husband, then you got to go and become exuberant for him. You got to give him some competition. If you let's say y'all get up every day and y'all make prayer and the alarm clock go off at 5 o'clock. Y'all make prayer at 5 o'clock. And your husband gets up at 4:30 every day, right before the alarm clock go on, then you get up at 4:15. Beat him up. Get up at, not with no alarm clock. Naturally, wake yourself up. Get into that habit. When it becomes truly your desire, you will. If it ain't your desire, you're going to sleep till that alarm go off. And then after the alarm go off, you're gonna be so used to him cutting it off, you're gonna still be asleep. Because you don't even want to give the Creator the best of you. And then a real lazy person, did I say lazy? I didn't say lazy, did I? A real lazy person, when the alarm go off, they'll get up in their bed, lean on their bed and say, oh, Creator, thank you for the food. Thank you for waking us up, and go back to sleep. Never getting out the bed. That's a real lazy person that's not putting forth any effort to be the very best they can do, very best they can be. They're not even giving that effort to the Most High. So how are they going to give it to you as a man? If they're willing to disrespect the Creator by getting up, making prayer in their beds, without getting out their beds, getting in the closet, getting your prayer rug, getting on the floor and praying to the Creator, if they're not willing to do that 5 o'clock in the morning, how do you think they're going to serve you? The Creator's a zillion times greater than you. Although he told her to have her desires to you and not to him, although he said that, if she can't even give the Creator the best of her, how's she going to give it to you? You and her need to have a serious conversation, and you need to start waking her up. Even if you sleep, wake her up, nudge her while you sleep, because your body know you're ready to get up, so wake her up before you get up, so she'll be up, so she can wake you up sometimes. And if you got a woman that don't never wake you up, something wrong with that too. Maybe they're too reliant on you. But most females that I know get up before they men. And a lot of the men, or a lot of the males, are knocked out. And they usually knocked out because they got in the house 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, knowing they had to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're tired, therefore they're getting ready to get fired. And they fail and can't pay the bills, can't do nothing. But if she speak the words of life in his ear, he'll be in the bed by 8 o'clock the day before, getting ready to get up. By 5 o'clock, he could be out of the house. If she speak the words of life in his ear, there are different ways, sisters, that you can handle a man when he's out of order. And it is never for you to handle a man when he's out of order and you're going to be out of order too. That's never the way. You can't raise your voice at your man. You can't scream at your man. You can't holler at your man. You can't even say anything disrespectful to your man if you ever want positive results. Because if you do that, they'll quite naturally, what his nature is going to tell him is, I'm the man in this relationship. She ain't, what? And he going to come back with some more stuff. And if he ain't got no discipline, he ain't got no self-control, he going to knock you upside your head. Now, I'm not saying that that's a good thing. I'm not saying that that's what he should do. What I'm saying is, chances are, that's what weak men do. And how do you know he's a weak man? Because you had to say something to him about providing for you. That's how you know he's a weak man. So a weak man, once confronted, he probably will knock you upside your head and still be a weak man. So therefore, when you want to raise your man up, you speak words of life to him. Sometimes you just got to convince. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Let's say your man always goes out the house and he got Crocs on. He got on them Crocs, you know. He can't protect nothing with no Crocs on. And sisters, if you got a man that wear Crocs out in the street, pull him aside and have this conversation with him because he needs some help. He's supposed to be your protector. I was out with my grandson the other day. Yo, what you doing down there, man? What you got in your hand? Oh, give Ema your phone, man. Get Ema your phone because you don't need that right now.
He was also playing a game.
Thank you, Dawid. Appreciate that. Babe, you make sure you hold on that too. It's time for him to leave because that's not cool. And you made me forget my train of thought, but no, I'm going to remember. I was out with my grandson the other day, right? And he had some Crocs on. And we was going into the gas station. So on the way out the car, I said, how you going to protect your grandfather and you walking around with these slippers on? I could fight in my slippers. Look, he showed me a little strap on the back. I said, you could fight in your slippers? Yeah, I could fight in my slippers. At one time, I had a fight. Didn't you say that? You had a fight with some Crocs on. So, all right. He walks in front of me into the store. I stepped on the back of his foot and pushed him. Oh, come on, man. But you can fight with your Crocs on. You understand? So, sisters, if you got a man that walks out in public with some Crocs on, you need to have a talk with him. Because although he thinks he can protect you with some Crocs on out in the public, he can't. He cannot give you his best performance with Crocs on. So therefore, you should have a talk with him because he's fallen off of his game. And that's just the beginning of him falling off his game. So y'all got to remember this. If you got a dude that's supposed to be your protector and he's out in public with you and he's not prepared to protect you, then he's falling off his game. And you have to speak the words of life in his ear to get him back on his game. So you don't say, man, why you got them faggot Crocs on your feet? You don't want to embarrass them that bad. You know they female shoes. I mean, you know you don't want to embarrass them that bad. So you might speaking words of life in him might be something like this. When he wears some nice sneakers or some shoes, you say, you look so nice in those sneakers, man. You look way better in those Crocs. I like them right there, boy. You look sharp. Blow his head up. You look sharp, boy, with them sneakers, man. I like them sneaks, boy, or them boots. I like the way them boots fit you, man. Them boots is really knocking. They really saying something to you, man. You do it your own way. You put your own twist to it. But that's how you speak life into your man. That's how you use your strength. You use your strength to get through to your man by giving him confidence and hopes of confidence to get your desired result. Now, every time the man go out the house, he got his boots on or his sneakers because he want to look good for his woman and look good for the rest of the world. So he leave those Crocs alone. And then when he leave those Crocs in the closet and he wears his boots and his shoes and you start seeing him leaving them every day, couple of days, throw them things in the trash. But before you throw them in the trash, cut them up. So if he go in the trash, he won't wear them no more because they have a big hole through them. Cut them up. Ain't no man that's supposed to be a protector got no business walking out of his house with Crocs on his feet and slippers and sandals that are not real sandals that's strapped in to protect your feet in case you got to move and you got to run and you got to do whatever you got to do. That's how they should be. All right? So that's how you know when you're dealing with a man and you're dealing with a male striving to become a man. There's a difference. All right? So if you see him with some Crocs on, have a talk with him. Where we at now, see? Where we at?
16.
16. Let's go.
She considers a field and buys it.
What did she do? She considered a field. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what that means real quick, please. She considered a field. Yes. She carefully investigated that field. She didn't just go say, I see something, let me get it. She considered it means she thought about it. She investigated. She checked it out. She even went to her husband and say, hubby, what's up, man? And hubby said, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. And then she acquired it. She brought it. She might have real estate. She might have land. She might have a whole lot of investment opportunities at her fingertips while she's a stay-home wife. Because a woman in her femininity, a P31 woman, a true P31 woman is going to get creative even at home. She's going to find ways to make money that she don't have to put her physical body in the presence of outside men to make it. You follow me? Almost any female can get out and go get a job. Almost any female can do that. But then you risk so much exposure to the world by going out in that workforce. And you don't want to do that. Okay? So there's always almost every opportunity a way for you to make money from home, being a man's wife and a live-at-home mother. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things you can do to bring a great value to your husband so that when other men see your husband, they're like, yo, man, your woman is the bomb, man. I wish my woman was more like that. So that when other men see your lifestyle, your family, with your wife and your children, they can give you a dab and be like, yo, you got it going on, man. You running your thing like it's supposed to be. Why? And he might be slow. It might not even be him fully. It could be the woman, but he gonna get all the credit for it. You know why? Because he is the head of that household. So he gonna get the credit for it. So let's read on, please.
She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hands, she plants a vineyard.
What she considered the field. Now let's say she investigated that field. She got the approval. She went out and bought it. And then what did she do? She got in that field and got dirty. That means that whatever she involved herself in, she fully submerging herself to bring about positivity and life. Do y'all understand that? Now, I want y'all to twist this any way you got to in your mind to make sense for you, so that when you leave from this Shabbat lesson today, your mind will be elevated in a positive way, that whatever kind of woman you are right now, you just increased your game by 30% from this lesson, which will make you a much, much stupendously great woman in the life of an average man. Just the average man. And if your man is above average, you still will be a valuable asset for that individual. Read on, please.
She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong.
She dresses herself with strength. She don't do no push-ups, but she makes her arms strong by all the work that she's doing. She puts her hand to the work. Read on.
She perceives that her merchandise is profitable. Her lamp does not go out at night.
She ain't getting no time to get no rest because she's so productive. But her productivity is paying off. She making money for the family. She made clothes for the family. She making money for the family. She doing her part all along while she's a housewife. While she's a housewife. It is possible, sisters. It is very possible to do everything that we're reading about today. Read on, please.
She puts her hands to the distaff, and her hands hold the spindle.
Even at night, she's making clothes. The spindle is her making clothes, weaving, yarn, and knitting. Whatever she got to be on the sewing machine, whatever she's doing, she's making it happen. Read on, please.
She opens her hands to the poor and reaches out her hands to the needy.
I couldn't wait till we got to this part right here. We talked about her heart toward her husband. That's the beginning of the chapter. We talked about the skills that she had to acquire, and we see that this sister had all that. But now we're looking at the compassion that this young lady has. Sisters, you have to have all three of these things, and you have to have them simultaneously. Meaning that when you see the homeless, the needy, the poor, inside your soul, you feel an aching, a yearning to want to help them, to want to reach out to them, to want to be something in their lives that they're not able to be for themselves. It's just a natural way. It's like a woman, when you can tell if a woman is a good woman because she loves animals, she loves nature, she looks after the older people in her family. Her mother might be old and she looks out for her. Her father might be old and she looks out for him. Her aunt might be old and she looks out for older people. She has a relationship with older people. All these things mean something when you're looking for a wife. And if you're a female and you need a husband, these are some of the things that you should incorporate in your behavior to make you a more valuable woman, to make you a possible wife. Can you not lean on the wall, man? You're going to get grease stains on the wall. We don't want that to happen, please. Thank you. You guys so mad. That's okay. So anyway, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Yes, you have to do these things to make yourself valuable. You have to live your life being a single female as a single woman, as a wife. You have to act and position yourself as if you're already married. And that is what will make you an asset and somebody to want to give you their phone number and call your father and ask your father for their hand in marriage. They will be watching, they will be seeing. But if they go about it the right way, your father gets the right to say yes or no. And he will if it's done the right way. Y'all follow me? But you got to give him something that's going to make him say, well, let me see if I will say it's okay for me to do this. Let me reach out to your father and call your father and see if it's okay. But if you ain't giving him nothing to see that, he ain't going to want to do that. And he's just going to creep up on you and drive your number because all he's trying to do is hit and miss and keep it moving. But if he's a man, men move with a different spirit. Men look for wives. Men don't look for shots. Males look for shots. So if he bypass your father, then he's just looking for a shot and he's just a male. Y'all understand me? Okay, read on, please.
She is not afraid of snow for a household.
She's not afraid of snow for a household. Before he even reads, why is she afraid of snow for a household? Why ain't she afraid of the snow? Sister Uzziah? There is no wrong answer. Just speak what's in your soul. I like that. That's even better than mine. She ain't going to use anything as an excuse. She's going to always be prepared. She's going to prepare ahead of time for when the cold weather comes. She ain't going to use no excuse, oh, we can't, I ain't got it, oh, I ain't sure how to make it happen. She's going to prepare ahead of time because she knows the winter is coming. So when there's season of plenty, put up a little bit for when there's nothing and live off the nothing during that time. She made proper preparations. And that's another thing for a young lady who's seeking to become a woman. You always have to be prepared. Always. And you can't allow anything to scare you. You can't allow anything to make you afraid. It's like she said. Read on, please.
For all her household are clothed in scarlet.
All her household are clothed in scarlet. What's scarlet? Scarlet is a fabric?
I mean, it's a color.
Oh.
But if you look at certain colors, the texture of it makes it, it's the reason why they use certain colors.
Okay. Right. Red, scarlet is red, like a burgundy color is what scarlet is. And if you're cold, colors have a play on heat. Dark colors draw heat from the sun. Light colors repel the sunlight. Therefore, if it's the wintertime and you're cold, you want to wear dark colors because it'll help you stay warm. I mean, just a little science, but not much. But there it is. Read on, please.
She makes bed coverings for herself.
She does what?
She makes bed coverings.
Oh, wait a minute. She made clothes. She made bed coverings. She got scarlet. She's prepared. And how much money is she saving by doing all these things for herself, for her family, for her husband? She saved tons of money. So therefore, if she's saving tons of money, that means that the family got more money to do other things with, like buy land. Read on, please.
Her clothing is fine linen and purple.
Her clothes is of high quality, but yet she made them. Fine linen. And let me back up a little bit because I needed to cover this part too, and I meant to. Scarlet is expensive. Purple is expensive. Blue is expensive. But she did all this in the beginning of the chapter, around the 9th verse somewhere, where she made fine linen of blue, purple, and scarlet at that time. It's showing you that she's not broke. She got a couple dollars because of the lifestyle that she lives. Let alone her husband is a ruler, he making money, but it's this, I will promise you, this what we talking about, experiences with her, is all coming from her wealth, what she made because she put her hands to the work. She put her hands to the task. She made it happen for her and her family. Sisters, if you dig into your strength and you find your power, you will know how to do anything that you need to do to provide for you and your family outside of what your husband brings into the house. So we're not saying you got to step outside the house and get a job and go work somewhere. We're saying you got to be creative and industrious, even from inside the house, to produce what it is that you need to produce. She ain't got to ask her husband for nothing. Did you see one time when she went to her man and asked him for some couple dollars or some support or give me something or pay a bill? She ain't said none of that through this scripture, did she? More than likely, she didn't have to because she was industrious. She was working from home, building up, taking out things, selling things, buying things, and all this was done without the inclusion of her man's money. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So when you hear other women talking about, I'm a boss chick. I'm a boss chick. I don't need no man. They got the wrong idea of what this is about. Because you could be a boss chick and still be married to a husband and be a submissive, beautiful, virtuous woman. So they got it all twisted. They give us that idea. I'm a boss chick, meanwhile you're catching the bus. I'm a boss chick, meanwhile your light's getting locked off, getting turned off. Your gas getting turned off. And even if those things are not happening and you driving a $500,000 car, you ain't got no husband. So how much of a boss chick are you then? That's not good. A lot of women chasing riches and they should be chasing wifedom. They be chasing riches, they should be chasing family values. They're chasing riches, they should be chasing skills that they can utilize when this world collapses. How you gonna survive? But they out there chasing money, trying to look good, wearing weaves, wearing eyelashes, getting BBLs, or BLBs, or what is it? BBLs, you know what I mean? Their minds is in the wrong direction. And ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna do what I wanna do because I'm a boss chick, I'm my own woman. That's what they find value in saying today. But that life leads to a lonely and depressing life. It leads to an unproductive life, for every woman desires to be married. Read on, please.
23. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them. She delivers sashes to the merchant. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come.
Strength and dignity are her clothing. Strength and dignity, that means she walks in her integrity. She would never be at an event hugging another man. And she's married to a husband back home. It would never be that kind of situation. She would never do something like that, be out in the public, hugging up on somebody else that ain't your husband. It wouldn't be that way because she knows she's married. She knows she's married. And I wouldn't want to give the wrong impression to anybody thinking that I'm attracted to this man. She won't be on the phone call having conversations with men all times of the day and the night for reasons that ain't got no benefit to anything. She won't be doing those things because she doesn't want to give the wrong impression to anybody that she's attracted to another man other than her husband. But today's female, they're quick to do those things and don't care who's watching. Don't care who's looking because it's not in their desire to be faithful to their man. And that's what they don't understand, a lot of them. Read on, please.
She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue.
She opens her mouth with what?
Wisdom.
Gossip. No, you said gossip, didn't you? She opens her mouth with gossip. And evil and destruction is on her tongue. No, not that virtuous woman, not that P31 woman. She don't give out no gossip. She ain't got time for gossip. Gossip is beneath her. Gossip is below her. Did you hear what they did over there? Girl, I'm having a problem with my man. My man ain't doing right. He ain't this and that. Negativity, gossip is down low. She don't do that. She might reach out to a sister to see if she can get some help from a sister to fix her problem. But she ain't going to go into another person's household and tear that person's household up with the problems and issues that she have in her household. And that's what gossip does. That's what gossip does. That's what females do. Women, oh, they'll reach out to a sister for some sisterly help, for some advice, for some wisdom. She's full of wisdom. They'll reach out to her for some wisdom. But they're not going to reach into your household and try to tear your house up because their house is tore up. And with some gossip and rumors because they don't like somebody, they want you to not like somebody as well. They don't do those types of things. So sisters, if you want to beef your game up and you want to be that P31 woman, all the things that we're reading about today, incorporate these types of behavior in your attitude and your conduct. And then you'll learn how to be that P31 woman. But it's going to take constant practice at it. Although you know what to do now, you have to constantly engage this practice into your lifestyle over and over and over again until you begin to do it without even having to think about it. That's how you get there. Read on, please. Now, I wanted to talk about this sister named Abigail through the scripture, but because we cut it short, we didn't get to Abigail. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. But we will talk about her next week, creator willing, if we have the opportunity to. Read on, please.
She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness.
She looks well to the ways of her household. She takes care of her home. It doesn't lack anything. And she does not give away to the PS4. What's that? PS4, right? They got PS5 out now? They got a PS5? 6 or 7? Just 5? She don't give her ways to the PS5. She don't give her ways to idleness. She don't give her ways to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok. What are they trying to tell you? TikTok. We gonna take your time. TikTok. That's what they trying to tell you, but you don't notice that. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. That means when you're on here, your time is gonna be flying by. You're gonna look up and TikTok that went ding dong, and you're too late. And time flies when you're on those social media sites. It's all right to check in every once in a while and spend about 15, 20 minutes, but you got a lot of females that spend hours. They can't do anything of their own around their house because every 15 minutes they got to pick up Facebook and check in. They got to pick up TikTok and check in, Instagram and check in. They got anything out there that I don't know about? Twitter and tweet. Read on, please.
Her children rise up and call her blessed.
But she's not idle. She don't sit around the house with nothing to do. She's always reading a book. She's always getting creative in her mind. She's always preparing for the next day. She's always making something take place in her life other than just sitting there talking about, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I ain't got nothing to do. Let me pick up the phone and call my girlfriend so I can talk about her boyfriend, so she can talk to me about my boyfriend, and so we can get mad at each other and hang up and don't want to talk to each other for a week. You got a whole lot of females that do that. Their relationship is on and off with their girlfriends because this is how they fuel each other. They tear up each other's household, and then they get mad at each other until their households fall out of disarray. Then they got another reason to call each other. That's the reality with a lot of females today. Don't let that be you. She's not standing by idle. And then it says that her children rise up and calls her blessed. Now, anytime your children can look at the lifestyle that you have set for them as an example and say, Iman, you blessed. You're blessed. I want to be just like you when I grow up. Some of y'all people who got children, ask your children, do they want to be like you when they grow up? If they tell you no, then something wrong with that picture. Something wrong with it. I don't want to be like you, Iman. Why you don't want to be like your mother? Should be the perfect example for you. So always be what you would want for your daughters to be. You be that example. Always be the perfect example for your children. Read on, please.
Her husband also, and he praises her.
Her husband also what?
Call her blessed.
Why? Her desire is toward him, and she has to please him. And if she's doing her job, pleasing her husband, he will turn around and acknowledge it because he's a man. And anytime your woman is on point, you want to make that known. You quick to tell her when she out of order, ain't you? When she does something wrong, you're talking too much, you're raising your voice too loud, you're too loud, you're too ghetto. You're quick to say that to her. Well, how about when she lived virtuously and righteously because she heard Prince teaching one day when she tuned in on StreamYard. She heard this magnificent teachings one day on how to be the best woman she could possibly be. And she started incorporating these things in her attitude and her conduct. And you saw this tremendous change in her behavior. Did you acknowledge that to her and tell her how good of a job she's doing? You are doing a spectacular job. You are doing a wonderful job. I'm so pleased with you, the woman you are becoming. I am so happy with you. Have you told her that? Did you say those words to her? Because it is important that you encourage her. Men, when you find your strength, we on to another level. Oh, it's on then. When you find your strength as a man, we on another level. Can you imagine no more women got to worry about their safety and security and their provisions because their husbands are on point? He a go-getter? Can you imagine what life would be like? How much stress we could take off of the women because we are on point doing what we supposed to do? When we are walking around in our integrity and they can trust us not to be out slinging follicles and each and everything walking by that look halfway decent. When they can trust us at our word, when we say we're going to be there at a certain time, we're there. when we say we're going to do something and we do it, can you imagine how they would feel? You give her no reason to act up and act the fool. You give her no reason to complain about anything because you're doing the very best you can be. You're doing the very best you can do, and you're being the very best you can be. Can you imagine what the world would be like if all men got on their game, on top of their game, and did their very best to be their best? Can you imagine the stress that is taken off of the woman's head? She ain't got to be looking through your phone when you come in the house. Well, who's this chick? Is that why you went the other night and stayed out for 3 hours? Is that where you was at? Can you imagine? She ain't never got to do that because she knows beyond a shadow of a doubt her man don't sleep around with anything that he's not married to. And if he had another wife, she would know it because he would tell her. They ain't got nothing in the closet in the secret underneath of the bed. He ain't doing that. Everything is known in her head what he's doing. She know. She might not like it, but she know. There ain't no secrets. Can you imagine if she had a husband like that? How much of her problems would be off of her head? How much pressure? He's doing the very best he can do to take care of himself. If his body hurt or he got some sores or blisters or let's say he can't hardly walk too good. If all that's happening to him, he gonna sit back and look through the herb books and see what's causing this to take place. And once he finds out what's causing this to take place, he's going to do everything in his power to reverse it by taking better care of himself. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? And I pray that y'all really hear me because these messages are for real. The woman will be able to rest securely that her husband is going to be here, chances are, for the next 30, 40, 50 years because he's taking care of his health. And a lot of males don't take care of their health. A lot of women don't too, but when they reverse that, it's going to be simpler for them. But for a man to start doing it, it's so much more complicated. But it brings such great value to the woman's mind when the man is taking care of himself. Read on, please.
29. Many women have done excellently, but you surpassed them all.
Many women have done excellent in their behavior, but a P31 woman is supreme. And that's what we're raising here in Beulah and Temple Kepharim. Supreme women, supreme men. And I didn't say supreme females. I said supreme women. Because a supreme female is a woman. A supreme female is only a woman. But a supreme woman is something on another level. I don't even know if they got a word for that. You know? And a supreme man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Something powerful. Something powerful. The world ain't ready for all that, but we're going to give it to them anyway, right, y'all? We're going to give it to them anyway. Look at it. They don't even want to shake their heads. What y'all mad? What y'all mad? Y'all upset or something? See, we're going to give them supreme men around here. The women is with it. Ain't y'all right, women? Y'all with it, right? Supreme women, right? Hey, about you in the back? You gonna give us some supreme women? All right, there you go. Watch the males. What about supreme men? We gonna give up some supreme men? I see. He don't know. He don't know. He looking for what? He's busy doing something else. Boy, I don't know. What about what you? He said, "Tell me." What about you? Yes. What? What you gonna do? What you saying yes to? What? What you saying yes to? Do you even know? See what I mean? Ain't even paying attention. What's Dawid? What we gonna do, Dawid? Supreme men. There you go, Dawid. That's what I'm talking about. You can tell those who are gonna rise to the occasion because they know what you're gonna say before you even say it, like Dawid. That's what I'm talking about. He's gonna be a hell of a man. He's gonna be a hell of a man. Let me see if I got any daughters. How old is you? Yeah, I got a daughter for you. Wait till you get to be 21, 22. Come see me. Come holler at me and see I got one for you. And if I ain't got none for you, I'm gonna make some. Because a hell of a man deserves a hell of a young woman. You hear me, right? All right. That be our covenant, all right? Don't tell nobody, though, all right? All right. What you blinking your eyes for, man? May the Most High be praised. We almost done, ain't we not see?
30.
Where we at? 30, let's go.
Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Most High is to be praised.
Charm is deceitful And beauty is vain. Don't let a woman deceive you. And don't just pick a woman because she look good. Both of those things will end you up in a hell of a trouble. Don't let a woman who looks good charm you and deceive you into doing things you shouldn't be doing. Those things are not worth it. They're vain. It's called vanity, which means it results to nothing. Read what we at. Where we at?
31. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates.
But a woman who fears the Almighty shall be praised. So in all of your gettings, women that want to rise to that next level, all of you who want to be at that supreme P31 woman with all the achievements that we mentioned earlier that you have accomplished, do not leave the Creator out of the equation. Bring him in the equation with you. Are there any questions or comments, family, before we close out? Yes.
Can you elaborate on the grace is deceitful?
Which one? What verse is that?
30.
Grace, 30. Charm, grace and charm are deceitful. Now let's say grace. A lot of times, a lot of people want to smooth you, want to make it look good, like they with you, just to do things to make you feel good about them so you will favor them. A lot of times that's deceitful because they want something from you. If you heard earlier, that lady said that was in the car with that guy after he proved her wrong and she thought he was cheating. One of the first things she said, do you want a massage? That's charm. She's trying to win him over. She did something wrong, but instead of apologizing, she just want to fool him out and make him think there ain't nothing going on. She just want to give him a massage now because she was wrong. They will charm you, and a lot of women are crafty at charming men. But you, as a man, got to be crafty at not being charmed and giving your strength to a woman. Stick to your principles. Anyone else? Are there any other questions or comments? Anybody in the room? Any questions or comments? I think that might have been a pretty good lesson right there, man. I don't know. I gotta wait and see what y'all think. Are there any other questions or comments, family? Because we about to close it out. It's like the 2 o'clock hour. We say 2:30 now? All right. So I guess we got to close it out. Everybody's saying it's 2:30 now, Prince. So nobody's commenting. Nobody has anything to say. So what I'm going to do is after this lesson is over, I'm going to go and I'm going to look through all the comments and possibly, if there's anything I need to say, I'll comment. Who's that coming in? Okay, yeah. All right. So we're going to close it out now, family. I believe we gave everybody enough opportunity to speak and ask their questions. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to blow the trumpet? Okay. Let me see if I can blow the trumpet for Sister Loretta.
What is that for?
You don't remember these? Oh, wow.
I know how
I guess
to
you've been away a long time.
I know how to do it.
Okay. May the Most High be praised. Turn on about. That's all we got, Sister Loretta. Anything else is going to hurt my jaws. But if you need some more, you let us know. So before we close out, is anybody in the room, any of the brothers on the panel, any of the sisters on the panel, anybody have any comments?
That was a beautiful lesson.
Could you come up and tell the people I couldn't hear you? If that's all you're saying, it's cool. It's a beautiful lesson. May the Most High be praised. Anybody have any comments? Anybody on the panel, would you like to say anything?
It was a needed lesson for our people.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
It was a needed lesson for our people. One of the biggest misunderstandings in our community is knowing our roles as men and women. And we're being bamboozled, as we would say, by modern society. and it's teaching us individuality versus community.
May the Most High be praised. Very good. Anyone else? Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't got to wait for me to talk. If y'all want to say something, just release your mic and go ahead and bust it up. Say what you want to say. Say what's in your spirit. If it was a bomb lesson, then say it was a bomb lesson and tell us how to improve it so next time we can do better. If it was a great lesson, then say it was a great lesson. It's okay. Say something.
Okay, it was a great lesson. It just lets us know that we need to have a standard. Make sure our standard is rooted and grounded in Torah. The Torah, the instructions already given us what we should be as men, not males, and what they should be as women, and not females. And we just find ourselves hearkening, which means to hear and do what Torah instructs us to do. And when we find ourselves walking accordingly, we cannot help but be blessed by the Creator because we're following His instructions, following His guidance, and the guidelines that He sets for us. And even like Nasik Shed said, like say the society wants to teach individualism and teach things. So aside from what society is trying to teach and purvey upon us, we need to stand on, as they say, stand on our square and stand fast in the things that the Abba has already given us. He's already given us principles, and principles are foundational things, foundational guidelines for the way that we're to conduct ourselves. And so we find ourselves walking according to these things. We cannot help but be blessed and also find ourselves prospering in these things. So again, Torah Rabah for the presentation, and I yield.
May the Most High be praised. Sister Saadia had a comment. She says, what about the strength of a man being his life force energy? Okay, I think she's saying the strength of a man being his semen. I think that's where she's coming from, but I don't fully understand the question. But we can always depend on you to drop some jewels on us, and we're grateful and thankful for that. Always imparting wisdom on us.
Can I comment on what she said?
Absolutely.
Again, I'm with Prince. I don't know exactly where she was coming from with it, but I would say that I believe the strength of a man is his relationship with the Most High and the actions that he put out from that relationship. The actions that he consistently do will share or show what his true relationship is with the Most High. So I think that the life force for men is the relationship with the Most High. A lot of times through our scripture, when the scripture is speaking to the people, it's speaking to the men, the leaders and the men are supposed to bring it back to the home. You're not going to find in most places where it's going directly to the woman. There's instances with that, examples with prophets and things like Deborah and stuff like that. But in the Hebrew, it's literally all masculine, most times singular. And one great place where it talks about both men and women when they're being directed is in Nehemiah, chapter 8. You can read that. So the strength, and I say it all that to say because most of it is showing that connection. There's a car, that man, male, and then the Nehemiah, am I saying that? For female, there's a car is remember. So we're supposed to remember the things that's taught to us by the Most High, and that's going towards the male. So the life force, and I'll end it with this. I believe is the connection that the men are supposed to have with the Most High to bring it to the home, to the community.
That's a man's strength, his relationship with the Almighty, absolutely. All right, is there another question?
I think Ron kind of solidified what you just said, what I just said.
The strength of a man is through the performance of El Shaddai. Very good example. Very good example. I believe it's in reference to the council. I believe it's in reference to the council. Do not give your strength to a woman. Absolutely. It was very thought-provoking and encouraging lesson. I'm definitely striving to be a Proverbs woman. I love my culture and I love being a daughter of the eternal power. May the Most High be praised. Torah Rabbah. Yes, Emma. Yeah, if you like, or you can just open the mic.
I was just thinking how the lesson itself is like actually what Nasika Muna was saying, thought provoking, and it stirs you to become better than what you think you are. And I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of times we think we're a certain way, but sometimes we have to really, I think you said it in the lesson, sit back and see what your actions are. And then the actions, your righteous actions and your righteous deeds truly show you who you are. So it gives, the lesson was a great way to be reflective of who you are as a woman, or as a female striving to be a woman, or as a woman striving to be a Proverbs or a P31 woman, and one who is raising daughters and looking at what it is and how you're raising them. It also made me think about how my aunt was here yesterday. She's and I've known her all my life through all her different challenges and changes, and she's now a Hebrew Israelite. And one thing she asked me yesterday, and I couldn't even give her a good answer, was when am I going to come and pick her up from Atlanta and bring her back to the land so she can teach us how to sew and everything. And so that'll be something that, working on, because your lesson, what she asked yesterday, ties into your lesson. She's like, when I look at a P31, she's one of those women that I look to. She can cook, she cleans. She was always in my life one who rises up and does. Her and my mom were like very close, like sisters. And so for her to even offer that, and mind you, she just had a major surgery where she's learning how to walk again. So her to even offer her time like that to us as women striving to be better, this lesson also just put that nail saying, yes, I need to commit to going and pick her up and bringing her out here for a few days to be that example for us.
So there's an opportunity for us to grow, for our women to get stronger. And even if some of our men want to know how to learn how to sew, that's cool too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And ain't nothing wrong with a man elevating his skill level as well. Go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom. I want to say that this was a very powerful lesson. Let me back off of what's already been said. But what I take from this lesson is that, for men and for women, what makes the difference in us going from righteous to virtuous righteous for man or woman is us doing more than what's required. A lot of times, and I'm guilty of this myself, so I'm saying this before everyone here and the Creator. A lot of times, I have felt that all I needed to do was what was required of me, and that I would be seen by the Creator as righteous. But, what takes us to that next level is us doing the things that we don't have to do. And that's something that I'm taking away from this lesson is that the Creator has been showing me all week when I go back to my testimony this rising, going back to talking about Pop Sunni, how I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to go and sit with him. But it was placed in my spirit by the Most High to do more than what's required of me. Even I would say, he was like, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it, But I felt it upon myself, to do more than what I'm required to do, or more than, what most people would say, oh, you don't have to do that, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do this. And I'm guilty of it myself, so I'm saying that before everyone, there's nothing but good that can come out of us doing more. You know what I mean? Doing the very, 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 very best that we can do. And, so that's what I'm taking from this lesson. As a woman, do more than what's required. As a man, do more than what's required. And then we'll be able to see more being done around us, see more people being delivered from certain things, see more people being able to come together and just, see more of the Creator's blessings and the things that He wants to give us as a nation. So,
all right, and Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah. Toda Rabbah. Any other questions, comments? I ain't worried about that. Any other comments or questions, family? Go ahead, Selah. You want to come up so they can hear you?
I just want to say that I appreciate everyone that was like talking and stuff, and I appreciate you all for sharing your knowledge with us and helping us like, become a better version of ourselves and speaking life into us and helping us grow our relationship with the Most High.
May the Most High be praised. Toda Rabah. Any other comments? Any other questions? Anyone?
Oh, full lesson.
All right.
It's amazing.
He finally woke up. I know I'm saying you spoke up. You ain't said nothing all day. But that's cool. Tell her about. All right. So if that's it, family, we're going to end the class out. May the Most High be praised. We thank you all for your comments. We thank you all for your support. You know, every week we got the same people and some new people coming in every week, and we're grateful. We're appreciative. But here's one of the things. How many likes and shares do we have?
We have 17 likes.
We got 17 likes. How many shares we got? Does it tell us the shares? Come on, family. Y'all got to share these videos so other people will see them as well. You know what I mean? Share these videos and ring the bell so that when we do broadcast, you'll be able to see and come live with us. All right. So the second class is going to start at 4:30. Normal is 4 o'clock, but we're so late, so maybe 4:30. All right. Second class is going to start at 4:30. All right. So we're going to get started then. We're going to keep it about until 4:30. Creator willing, we see you all back here again at 4:30. May the Most High be praised. Shalom, shalom. And the second class is it's going to pick up from last week's class in the book of Esther, Hadassah. I believe we're on verse 16. We're going to pick up from the story of Hadassah, verse 16. May the Most High be praised. Creator willing, we see you all in the 4 o'clock hour, 4:30 hour. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.